Remy's place. But first,
making your way into LCS takes everything you've got. Taking a break from all your worries, watching YouTube a lot. Saturday at Remy's place. Sometimes you wanna go hang out and banter at Remy's place. Come in and jump on lives today. You wanna be where you can see our grails are all the same. You wanna banter at Remy's place. You wanna go where people know we don't all collect the same. You wanna go hang out at Remy's place.
what's going on, everybody? Jeremy back again with Remy Q Studios. I want to welcome you to my studio. It's Saturday night. It's the Saturday Night Banter. It's Remy's place. I'm so excited. Let's bring in the panel per usual. Didn't mean to do it in that order, but that's how it works. What's going on, fellas? How you doing?
I feel like we should have the bar backdrop, though.
Let me
Now you're making him work.
Oh, I know. God damn it, Rob. You son of a bitch. That's just, Remy's place, the whole bar theme. It's great. How you
And
doing?
what a fire show this morning.
Yes.
Absolute
See,
fire.
isn't that awesome?
it's not as good.
I'll have a
It
bourbon
sounds
and
like
Coke next.
lagging. This isn't as good.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no. We can say we had it. Now we decided to go out in the alley to drink. Very good.
There you go. I actually have a bar backdrop that I've been meaning to order, but
It's cheaper out here in the alley, anyways, with our own stuff.
Yeah, there's a couple getting it on down on that side, and there's a guy throwing up behind the dumpster down there. So yeah, it's all
that's
good.
what it
Well,
was.
the
That's
real
all it
problem is actually Pocan Joe over there at the hookers and the heroin. But Mr. Beckerman,
Beckerman, what's going on, brother?
how's it going
Comics
over
by the Bay. Yes.
Planet Comics, man? Seen some of the pictures dropping.
Yeah, I know. That looks pretty.
It's like they're
Pretty
getting
amazing.
warmed up for Heroes.
Well, if anybody wants to join tonight, feel free to reach out to somebody on the panel and we'll send you the link.
Indubitably. So we might even start sending it to some of you anyways.
Yeah. Yeah, I normally send it out to a bunch of folks, and I didn't do it tonight. I don't know. It's kind of half and half. Sometimes we'll get people that jump on. A lot of times, I think if they want to, they'll just say, "Hey, send me the link." So instead of just sending a link every week with the "Hey, if you feel like jumping on, feel free."
Oh crap!
Yeah, what's for dinner, Rob? What you got going on?
It's a dish called chicken divan.
Hmm.
So it's a chicken and broccoli with.
I just heard
cheese.
chicken.
But yeah, it's chicken over broccoli with a cream of chicken soup mix. It's casserole, with melted cheese. The original recipe called for you to have like croutons on top of it, but I got rid of those and replaced it with bacon bits. Phenomenal.
So I heard chicken, blah 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 blah, cheese.
You're not a fan of broccoli. I take it you're not a fan of broccoli, then. Is what you're saying?
Vegetables in general.
I like broccoli. I don't like
What a
croutons.
4-year-old.
Yes, I am. So yeah, as I was saying, a fire show this morning.
Thank you. Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
I love when he comes backstage. I'm so nervous. I don't really know, and da 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 da. And he starts pulling out. Geez, when you take the post show tally, it was like that was one hell of a set of books you brought.
That was like, in realistic terms, probably 200, 300K worth of books. Easy.
I don't think it was that much, but
when you're talking FF1, X-Men 1, all that sort of stuff, like
Gray Man in the chat. What's going on, brother?
It starts adding up pretty quick.
Yeah, comics are they was. How did you not hear bacon?
Yeah, and bacon in there too. But I'd already had the line with the chicken and the cheese and the blah 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 in between, and then he said bacon just as I was about to say it. Fun people are headed out drinking, and I'm laying in the hotel room.
Yeah, fair enough.
Mm.
Yeah, my son's this is one of my son's favorite dishes, and it's his last day home before he has to go back to university for after spring break. So he got to choose. Last night was root beer glazed pork ribs.
A root beer glaze, anything. Congratulations, sir.
They're great, man.
Miss Angel, are you going to be joining at any point? Or are you passed out? My money was that she was going to be passed out.
What, you go out drinking or something, did she? Or you guys go out drinking?
I made those. It was good. Yes, you did make those. They were fantastic. Angel gets she gets pretty adventurous when she cooks sometimes, and especially if it's like an event or somebody. I mean, obviously, like somebody comes over or something, but like it'll be something that she's never done before that seems to be extremely difficult. I was like, why do you want to pressure yourself into trying something that you haven't, like, at least, like, I would think you would want to test the waters first, make it, is it good? You know what I mean? But she's like, no, I'm going to make this impossible meal that who knows how it's going to go.
That's pretty ballsy,
Like,
yeah.
The ultimate roll in the dice.
I really generally practice before I have my on certain things and make decisions and know what I'm going to get into before I go for game day events.
Yeah.
Hence why every year I do a pre-Thanksgiving turkey, even though I've done it before. It's just that important of a meal that practice is good.
Mm-hmm. Oh, nice.
Practice
Double
makes
cover.
perfect.
Never had one. Never
Oh,
had
wow.
a double cover.
I don't know, me either. That's phenomenal. Beef Wellington, boom. Wow.
Big ass classy motherfucking shelves for free. Nice.
Oh, didn't Comics by the Bay, didn't you get your shelves for free or something like that you turned into they were like record
DJ Links
shelves or something?
DJ, if you're able to, stay tuned, brother. I
think they were record shelves and he turned them into
Yeah.
comic shelves. Yeah.
It's awesome. The evolution of that room is awesome.
Beef Wellington, boom. Yes, she did do a beef Wellington. That was fingers crossed on that one. And I remember, dude, I'm serious.
Where's the faith? Where's the faith?
So the thing was, we watched videos. Like, I was like, what the hell's a beef Wellington? She's like, oh, check this out. So I'm watching it. And literally, if you like YouTube beef Wellington, like 50% of them don't turn out right. And so it's like, I was like, what? You can't, you're going to try this? And like, one of the things they said is, like, because you have to put it in the oven, and they were like, if you take it out of the oven and it hasn't like leaked out, then it's probably good. And sure enough, like, she pulled it out of the oven, she goes, oh my gosh, it looks perfect. And she like sliced into it, it had the crunch, and then the meat was perfect, and it had all the layers, and I was like, wow. So we took pictures of that shit. But again, that was one of those, I was like, I don't know why you would decide to do this right now and risk it all, but it actually paid out. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe now she's just like, she's got too much confidence in it. Durs, what's going on, brother? Hop on if you want to. We'll send you the link for sure. Yeah, stay tuned. Angel, are you coming into the studio or not? Anything? I want to show DJ something, and I think you need to be here. Are you going to come down? Life is short. My wife is short. That was the best.
We like to call it fun-sized.
Angel, her mom, and her sister from her mom's side are all same height. And I remember going to their house. I kept running into shit because they had like ceiling fans with like the thing dangling. And I'm just hitting my head into it. And her dad was
Lucky girl.
like 6'2" or something. He was used to it. I'm just bumping into everything. And I've got all these little people walking around.
As
That's
my
what-
mum always used to say, good things come in small parcels.
Yeah. No
I
cool.
used my aunt. I remember going to my aunt's house one time up in Oregon. It was like that. She was very short, and to the point where she had the house being built. Her husband was building a house custom for her.
Mhm.
So in the kitchen, all the bottom drawers were reinforced, and they basically had a lid on them. That was she pulled a bottom
Like
drawer. And
step onto
they
it?
were step stool, so you could step
Brilliant.
up to reach the cabinet.
Brilliant. Yep.
That's a good idea.
I remember when we were shopping for our first house, we found a house that was built for somebody smaller. And she was like, "Oh, this is perfect." And I was like, "No, this isn't. We can't do this.
Meanwhile,
We'll
I got
never sell this." Like I was like, "We're not gonna live it forever." I get it.
I got a friend of mine who's the same way. His kitchen, he difference is he's like 6'6", 6'8", whatever.
Oh gosh.
So his kitchen he redid his kitchen. He had everything raised up. So you go in there.
That's what I mean. He ever sells it, somebody's gonna like have to chop with their hands up.
You're just gonna have to redo the kitchen before you can sell it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's nothing like sinking $50,000 or $60,000 into a house. There you go.
That's all like a hobbit house.
Yes, like a hobbit house.
A Smurf hut.
Yes. The whole thing was done up. It was the kitchen, the bathrooms were like that. Everything was like low. She's like, "This is perfect." I think, "No, it's not. We can't live here."
Nice. So I missed this Thursday's episode, man. I only tuned in for a moment.
Let's talk about it.
What was going on?
I don't think we had a whole bunch actually. I had a couple books that I had gotten.
You weren't even prepared for me to be down here.
I am. Are you staying?
Well, I guess not now.
I thought you could sit on my knee and
Talk about the
we
first thing
can-
that comes up.
yeah. Okay. You're gonna sit in the small chair?
No, but you're not going to get out, so.
Okay. This is gonna be weird.
Well, then you switch me.
No. We're not going through all that.
All right, then.
You'll be here for 10 minutes. I'm not gonna go through all that. All right, man. Come on.
She's got to be a floating head, is she?
You could.
So we made we made something for the show today, and Angel made me swear that I wouldn't play this without her here. It was her idea. She's been wanting to do several different types of these for a while. I don't know if DJ, are you still here?
Hey, Raymond.
DJ has really nothing to do with this, but I guess he kind of has something to do with it. So let me play.
And as much as that Angel likes him,
Yeah.
I like to hear.
that's fair enough.
It's a commercial, if you would, an infomercial,
Ooh.
perhaps. So, why are you hitting me? Oh yeah, they're not going to know in 5 seconds.
I know, but they got to get a new backpack for school.
Wow, it's great.
What's wrong? You don't like it?
Don't you think I'm a little too old for a Lego book bag, though?
Yeah, I guess.
Well, thanks, Mom.
Are you tired of being a lame mom?
Yes.
Wouldn't you rather be a cool mom?
Yes, but how?
Head over to djlinks.shop for all the coolest merch available online. Again, djlinks.shop, #LinkSquad. The greatest merch you'll be able to find ever. Anywhere. Hands down, djlinks.shop. Check it out.
Wow.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, Mom. I got you a new book bag.
Wow. It's a DJ Links book bag from www.djlinks.shop. This is so radical. All my friends will love it.
Thanks, Mom.
There you go, DJ. That was a lot of fun.
That's awesome.
So now that Slot is retired, somebody had to take up the mantle. We're very proud of you.
Yeah, it was, hey, let's fight the light. The
Right.
outdoors was a little more challenging
Yes.
without those types of mics and stuff. So, thank you, sir. Ironically, I don't think that backpack is available anymore at djlinks.shop. So
You might want to bring it back. No, just kidding.
I had that little footage where I was going through, and that was literally me like, where the hell's the book bag? And I was like, I don't think he's selling the book bag anymore. Oh, well. Read them and we got the only one.
We'll classify that as episode 1. Next, you'll do like, oh, he's going out to a pool party or something like that. Give him like, the sloppy hat and the
Oh,
t-shirt.
yeah.
and-
Yep. Yeah, he'll have the slides and everything. Yeah.
That voice reminded me of being.
Can't wait till you have your kid film the pint glass episode.
The voice reminded me of me kidding. Want to play a game?
I got puppies in the
Why
van.
did you do a voice like that? I was like, I didn't want my voice on there. Come on, man.
There's puppies in the van. Hop in. I have
Want some
candy.
Yeah,
Is that a
exactly.
cool drink?
What? You want some?
Oh, you got the what's
It's pink lemonade.
I know what it is. I can
It's
read.
delicious.
I know it's
Does it taste pink?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
fabulous.
Very pink. Free candy boy. There you go.
That's right.
Yeah.
our kid would never fall for any of that. The older one. The little
Yeah.
one would be like, you have puppies and guns, let's go.
Nerf. Hey, you want some Nerf guns?
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. That would win him over.
It doesn't
Alistair
take
would get
much.
him. Yeah. He'd get him van for a Nerf gun.
We would look into the babysitter.
I have the
Is it-
illegal.
The oldest
50
one's too paranoid for
crumbs.
anything.
Yeah, we took the oldest one to a babysitter, and it was recommended highly through like a friend of ours, like a family friend. And he goes, "What if she tries to kill me and poison me?" And I was like, "She's not gonna poison you. She'd go to jail." He's like, "Yeah, but I'd still be dead." And I was like,
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I got out of the car once to get something out of the trunk, and he had locked it, just in case somebody tried to open it up in the time that took me to go around to the back. I was like, really? That's somebody's gonna nab you in the 2 seconds that I'm not here to hit the
dude,
gas
aliens
again.
don't play, man.
Let's Crucius, what's going on, brother? How you doing?
Great. So he'll be safe physically, but he'll be the one that drains his bank account because he wants to help some prince in Ethiopia or something.
Yeah.
Or Nairobi. Dad, I won money. There's this
He's not
guy.
sick, so.
There's this guy, and he wants to split some money with me. All
Yeah,
I have,
I need to send him $5,000 before he can release the funds for the $50,000 that I'm going to have coming back.
right. Oh, good times, right?
Absolutely. Actual Dracula, what's going on, brother?
Good evening.
Good evening. How are you doing?
Good evening.
No. There was today was one of those shows where it was great because I don't know why I wasn't 100% sure knowing what to expect. I mean, I had some idea because I look at their Instagram and kind of reach out to them, but sometimes they get like a blur. And when I start talking to them backstage, at first he's like, "Oh, I'm really nervous. I mean, you've had some really people on with some really big bangers, and I don't think I have that kind of stuff." And then he starts, "Oh, okay." He started off, name more books. Okay, that's good. Yeah. And then he starts busting out "Oh yeah, I got Daredevil 1. Yeah, okay. X-Men 1, giant size X-Men. We got ASM 1, signed by Stan Lee. Oh, we got a Fantastic Four #1. We got it's just like whatever it was. Avengers, first Avengers. Yes, but he wore you out, Remy. I swear.
Here, I'll just take a moment. I appreciate it. CJ hasn't shut up here yet. It's like a comic journey.
Oh, okay.
What's going on, Mark? How you doing?
Oh yeah.
So,
Are you okay?
Hmm?
Are you surviving?
yeah, man.
I am surviving.
I will survive.
I didn't know if you were passed out yet or not.
Passed out.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Give it
Is it
10
not
minutes.
awake?
I am A-okay. Just because I've been up since God knows how long, and I don't know what's happening right now, I'm fine.
What time did you get up?
I think I got up at 5, 6, 7.
5, 6, 7. Those are 3 different hours.
Every hour on the hour.
Yeah. I got up and I was
So
fall back to
it
sleep.
was
for-
going to sleep late, getting up early, and then you were running around all day.
I didn't get home till 4. Then we made the video, and then I made dinner, and then I came down here. Because he's like, oh, it's fine. Well, you don't have to. You want me to just show it if you pass out? I was like, I'm not going to pass out. And I'm like, oh, please don't pass out. That's what I. Yay! Woo.
Yeah, I just did the. I got up at 6:30 because I had a meeting early in the morning, breakfast meeting for Sons of the American Revolution stuff. Listen to a bunch of old men talk about stupid shit. I love when you bring an expert in who's supposed to talk about history, and he starts talking about stuff, and he gets very in the weeds about certain things, but then he screws up his own vernacular. So he's like constantly saying like, "Oh, these guns don't have." He's talking about muskets and stuff, and he's talking about, "Oh, these don't have bullets." No, they do. They don't have cartridges, buddy. And he would keep calling muskets rifles and all this other stuff, but he's supposed to be the expert. It was really kind of. And then when somebody would ask him a question wrong, he would correct them. So it wasn't like I'm just being the jerk who's sitting there going, Mr. Know-It-All. He's actually being the jerk back to everybody.
That's a very good question, Gray. Should have happened a long time ago.
For the same rate, Freaky Louie's still below 500.
Yeah, that's...
Because
yeah.
you people won't sub him. What's up with that? What do you have?
We had a decent climb. It was, I think 500 was pretty quick, and then it just that was it. I think we hit 500 in the first year, and then year 2 it just kind of slowly trickled up. So
well, there you are. What did you get? Oh, yeah, send out.
Simon, you've been putting out a lot of stuff lately. I've noticed that.
Yeah, I've tried to get not into a routine, but try to get back into, because I had a few weeks there where it was a bit hard to put out some content and stuff like that, and then just trying to get back into some sort of organized chaos, I'll call it, because I'm not a schedule guy. I never have been. You know, I know a lot of people have said to me, you know, I try and create a schedule and stuff like that. And I'm like, yeah, but the thing is, though, it's more what I'm in the mood to film on the night or on the day or whatever like that is when I actually feel like doing something.
What?
Yeah, so that's what I've got. That's what I've got to look forward to, Drac.
What?
Although I hit 400 in the second
No,
year.
I'm using it. That's what I'm using right now. Look, see, it's lit up.
Oh, I thought you used it.
No, there's another one somewhere. I got another tripod somewhere. What are you filming now?
Just stop.
Okay.
Stop.
Okay.
That's always a red flag. Stuff.
Movies.
There's no telling. What I'm going to talk about you.
Would you like a balloon?
Do I need an intimacy coordinator on the set for this?
I do prefer the more sort of, I suppose you could call it intimate sort of setting where
You ass.
That was a good one. That was a good one. I love how it just casually, it's like, I don't know if sometimes something happens like that where somebody's like, shit, I bet somebody's going to clip this or not. Like, because I think about it all the time. I'm like, no, that's one that's probably going to get clipped. But I think sometimes when you're just on a live, you don't even think about it.
Happy graduation. And we appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Leave Mad Spidey. Sorry, Mad Spidey. You got to go, brother. I don't know why.
No. I think it was supposed to be dovetailed with alone.
Alone. I mean, if that's the worst, the intimate scene, or what's it called?
Right.
Intimate settings. If that's the worst, then I mean, come on.
Yeah, you pretty much already got my greatest hits.
Yeah. I think the Bow Down Bitches was the best one. That's still my favorite. That was a surprise. It's like, wow.
Boy. Somebody's going to start soaring out in the backyard by the sounds of things.
So who do you have coming up next week, Rob?
It's Jitterbug, Jerry the Jitterbug.
Oh, nice.
That should be an interesting thing because he's got a lot of Golden Age stuff and works on a lot of Golden Age stuff and further onwards.
Yeah, when I originally reached out to him or talked to him about it, I had mentioned I kind of really hoped that he would bring on a bunch of stuff that he's worked on and talk about some of the, the stuff that went into it and into the and see what the final results were, because I think that would be interesting to some people to hear about some of the stuff that he did to the books as opposed to just necessarily see some regular books that we all pull out. So it'd be
yeah, those always seem to be the most interesting. I mean, obviously, if somebody has a really big book, that's cool just because it's like, oh wow, you have that
right
thing. But yeah, I think the ones that folks bring out that is something you've never seen, it's like, that's what's really cool.
Yeah, well, in this case, it could be stuff that you've seen, but it would still be interesting just to hear, like, okay, here's what this, here's what this we did to this book,
Oh yeah, the process of that,
yeah,
yeah, absolutely. But I mean, that would be something that we haven't seen.
It's different.
On the show before.
Okay, true. I see what you're driving at.
Mm-hmm. Son has a couple buddies over. Yeah. It's okay.
Oh, buddies. Okay. Why does he have some bunnies over?
Sounds like a party to me. Yeah, some bunnies over here. It's been a while since I had a few bunnies come over.
We call Hugh up and say, hey, can you send over a few bunnies?
We need a few bunnies over here. Stat.
Can you send them over to the grotto?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There's going to be the next Remy's place. Remy's used to be in a bathrobe with a pipe. With a grotto.
That's what I'm waiting for. Now I'm gonna do the fire pit again, but at night, Saturday night, just bathrobe, pipe,
slippers.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There you go.
The outside a little bit. Oh, don't act like you don't know about all those bunnies. house bunnies for sure. Oh man,
all the bunnies we have are dust bunnies.
Nope. You need to pass out already. Don't worry about typing. It's just getting weird now.
Bunny stew. Oh, all right. But it's duck season.
Rabbit season.
Duck season.
Rabbit
Is
season.
it duck season? I don't know
Rabbit
what
season.
season.
Duck season.
I'll remove. I was like, I didn't know you were a hunter. Like I was like, oh man, that's crazy.
Old school Looney Tunes, brother.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Looney Tune?
Oh, here we go. Let's jump down that rabbit hole.
Oh, so you're a Bugs Bunny man.
Ugh.
I thought we were going somewhere else with that, and I was going to say, "Can you do a shout out for me?"
Hold on, let me open up the door and shout outside.
You know what? I have a response video for that, and it's not released. It's not public. It's like I've got it loaded. It's in the chamber and ready. That shout out video. It's ready. It's not one that I care to share at this moment.
See, collecting with Durs is more of a Lola bunny.
Yeah.
She was a lot later though, not like old school.
Yeah, because she was after, because we had Babs first with Babs and Buster Bunny before we had Lola.
Well, Lola, I think, was introduced in
Space
Jam.
Yeah.
Well, still, first appeared in Space Jam 1996.
Right.
Like it doesn't seem like a long time ago, but it is. It's just
I finished high
like
school.
I think of
96,
96, and I'm like, that's not that long ago. I was like, shit, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, thanks.
I mean, you have to
Hey,
figure.
Rob's older than me.
Space
Not by
Jam
much though.
came out.
What?
They've already done a
Significantly older than you.
a reboot of it.
Not massively. Just take the compliment and shut up. Didn't they ban Pepe Le Pew or something because they read it was too sexualized or something?
Me Too woke stuff. So, or
Yeah.
like I said, his sexual aggression or whatever. See, whereas Babs was introduced in 1990, so in the loony beginning.
Yeah, like I said, I've got a bit of a soft spot for Marvin the Martian, obviously, because Beck's a massive Marvin the Martian fan.
Yeah,
so.
you know, I got something that's I should hold on. I got something you might be interested in.
Oh, do I need to grab Beck then? She's not far away.
I'll just DM you the pictures. Hold on.
Okay. All right. What? He's going to DM a picture. Rob might have found something for you.
No, I have something. I was getting ready to. I was going to sell it on eBay, but I'll make you a screaming deal if you want it.
The Rooster guy.
Hold on, let me send it to you.
Foghorn Leghorn Angel.
The Rooster guy. Yeah, I say, son. What we have
Like
here
the Chicken Hawk.
is a failure to.
Oh, Chicken Hawk's funny.
Yeah, Chicken Hawk was badass.
I think I'm a chicken hawk, and you're a chicken.
Oh, God. What do you guys know about babyface gangster baby?
I don't know.
That sounds familiar. Why does that sound familiar? It's a baby.
I got you. Here. This guy.
Oh, yep. Yes, I know the character now. Yeah, Looney Tunes is always fun.
Looney Tunes is all right. I didn't like the Animaniacs or whatever. I hated that show. for all the people who like that. Not a fan.
The original Animaniacs I loved, but
It's a tree topper.
yeah, it's a Christmas tree topper.
When you ever seen the Stitch one that I got?
Okay, so you definitely don't have that.
I definitely don't have.
Okay. All right. I'll work. We'll work something out. Yeah, because she literally just found a Stitch one.
Oh yeah. No, this was from the Warner Brothers store back in 1994. So they used to have those Warner Brothers stores in the malls, and it was made for them. And my wife and I we bought this for our original Christmas tree, and we used this on our Christmas tree for years until recently we changed it, and we've been switched out to a Nightmare Before Christmas tree topper now. But this thing's like in really good condition, so I might go. All right, I've seen what I know. I said, oh, let me move it on because there's a lot of Marvin the Martian fans out there.
Yeah, and it's hard sometimes because a lot of the stuff that she's got is sort of packed away and things like that. So trying to remember what she's actually got, which she has a lot. Because a lot of the stuff it's a lot of small items. So it's a lot of little figures or pins or small pewter statues and stuff like that. You don't get a lot of necessarily big stuff for Marvin the Martian because everything's pretty much Bugs and Daffy and all that sort of stuff.
Right. So here, because we're talking about it, and just so that way people at home don't feel like left out. Go, what the hell are these babblers? These people talking about? Here. Oops. Nope, that's not it. Let me make sure I share the right thing. Aha, that one. So this is what it is.
Cool.
It's a tree topper. Goes on top of your Christmas tree, and it's Marvin blowing his horn, little stars coming out, and it has all the original box and packing material. Box is a little worn, as you can imagine, from 1994. Every year we put the tree topper back in the box with the packing, and I put it up in the attic, right, and pull it back down every year. So, but yeah, no, it's all not broken or anything, so it's all good.
She definitely wants it. So
all right, well, I'll ping you, and then we'll see, because I won't charge you much for it, because I know you have to pay for shipping, and you're a friend. So, well, I'll tell you what.
She keeps popping up, going, "Do you know the price yet?" I'm like, "We're gonna work it out." Hang on, I gotta mute myself for a second.
The majority of the price will be shipping.
I won't repeat that.
Yeah, I mean, I won't charge you anywhere near what I was going to charge on eBay for it. Not even close, because I know you have to pay for shipping, and I'd rather go to somebody who's a friend, rather than go to just some schmuck like Remy. I mean, not like that. So.
I'll tell you, I don't know a lot of these that are coming up here.
These are much newer cartoons. I mean, these are like 90s cartoons. Hey Arnold, Rugrats, Samurai Jack, Cow and Chickens, even later than that. I don't. Ed and Eddie. These are like crappy Nickelodeon cartoons.
Yeah, I've said that for a long time. I don't like a lot of the newer stuff because it just looks very lazily drawn and doesn't actually look like any effort's gone into it. They've put more effort into the sound and the
there's no effort in it. No effort in it. Not like the effort that went into stuff like this.
Megatron must be stopped.
Exactly.
By the power.
Pew pew.
That voiceover work is top notch.
The animation's never wrong either. They never like accidentally switch colors midway through or anything.
That Transformers, though, man, that's good stuff there. Oh man. I need to do another one of those. I need to do another.
I'm not saying. Not saying that the cartoons I watched growing up were much better. I mean, I remember watching a lot of like George of the Jungle and Bullwinkle and Dudley Do Right and you know,
I think with the
Wacky
theme that
Racer.
Remy's going for, I think Thundercats might be the next one.
It could be. The problem is that he doesn't. He's adverse to the copyright strikes now. They give you copyright strikes on that stuff for the visual.
I'm trying to think if they have or they haven't. I mean, that was why I started doing that in the first place. I don't
Right.
think they did, but I want to say I've been paying for something before. It might have been the Masters of the Universe. I don't know if maybe that one got me or not. Because now that you say it, I think I think He-Man might have pinged it for something.
Because I know that you know, I'm somewhat careful, but like on my like that airplane one that I use on my super chat,
Hmm.
I don't have any issue with it. But I mean, I also have there's no cut of it that's more than 7 seconds worth of video, and of continuous video before without a cut that goes to something else, and it also airs out of sequence.
Yeah.
I put it together out of sequence. So
No.
So you're saying it might fly under the radar?
yeah, same thing as the one we did today, the Family Guy one with the.
Yeah, I was going to say you'd better be. Yeah, the Family Guy stuff. You'd definitely be careful with because I reckon they'd be onto those.
Those ones are all less than 5-second clips and they're out of order. So it's not in the same continuity in which it aired. Actually, some of it's actually repeated. So it.
No. The time
I changed the timing on it, the speed at which it plays back slightly.
Yeah,
so
the
voice
speed
pitches.
does it. And sometimes if you clip or if you cut off the beginning, if you can kill off the first couple seconds, it'll do it. But I have been dinged on like a second. Like if I hit that, and I think I even got rid of it, but the that PD Pablo, that North Carolina, it got me every single time. Because sometimes people are like, "Where you at?" And I hit that once, and it go North Carolina, and then boom, I get the freaking
music.
thing.
Music will really get you.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the clip's a little bit different, the video clip, and that's why I pitched it up or down slightly.
I mean, I've tried all kinds of different things with them, and I've changed I put filters on them. I've changed the speed. I've just done all kinds of different things, so they're all a little different and wacky.
Well, if they start digging me on it, then I'll have to go back to dancing dad bods. Oh.
I mean, the worst thing that you can opt, depending on how long you did it, but you can opt to just kill the audio on it. You know what I mean? Or just leave it.
Well, there's really not much any audio there because it's mostly I replaced the audio completely with music.
Oh yeah, I guess.
And the music I replace it with is studio music that the license is free.
Oh yeah, I've gotten that too. I've done so if I edit on my computer, I have just like a generic editor on the computer. If I go through my phone, I usually use UCut, and they have songs, and I've been hit for those songs before. It actually happens a lot, and then I have to dispute it. And then once I dispute it and just tell them, hey, I've subscribed to UCut, like for lifetime, I can use any of the music as long as I post it on the thing, and then typically it doesn't. They'll retract it or whatever. But
yeah, I've had that on my theme, my opening theme for my regular videos, because that and the closing bit that I use on my normal videos, that is a licensed piece of music that I purchased the digital rights to for YouTube and for vlog purposes. So I have the right to use it, and I've had to send them now a couple times copies of that license. But all the rest of the stuff that I use, I've been using now. There's quite the extensive library now in the YouTube library. Which is like on the stuff that I use for Only Slabs, those tracks. Those are all from YouTube. The stuff I used on my like the rock riff, whatever I was using when I was driving my car in the Berkeley comic show tour thing, that was right from the YouTube thing.
Yeah, the YouTube, that's like the safest one to use.
Yeah,
I mean they won't ding that at all. know.
Well, they tell you, they show you right up, and what's nice is that if they require you to give credit, they'll auto insert the credits
Yeah.
into your description or whatever. So
Yeah.
the but yeah, you can see right there whether or not it's free to use or whether or not you can buy just a single license, which is some of the ones that you do have to buy licenses for are really cheap. They have them like for less than $9, which is far less than I've had to pay for licenses in the past. But
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
so yeah,
The YouTube music gets me
yeah, YouTube has
when I do the if I'm editing on my phone, because then I have to extract it and send it to myself because it won't pull it up.
yeah, no, I've done
With
that
Studio, you
because I
can't. You
edit
have to have a
out.
computer.
I understand, yeah, because I edit outside of here. I do go into it and then I'll find one I like and I'll
Yeah.
download it
Mhm.
and then I'll add it to my track. And then when I
Then,
upload
yeah.
it,
Yeah.
so. But at the end of the day, still, I'd much rather use, that for the most part, especially since it's just really easy to make sure you just don't get dinged on any of that stuff.
Yeah.
If you
Yeah.
care. And since I don't want them taking the money that's supposed to go for charity, well, here's Mr. Copyright Claim himself, ladies and
Yes.
gentlemen.
There it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, here we go. I was just gonna say where it's coming from.
He actually showed us one time when he was doing his Insomniac thing, going through his YouTube studio, and it's just like claim, fine, claim, fine, claim, claim, fine, claim. Like nearly every second video had like a claim
Fines?
or something on it. It's
I've
ridiculous.
never seen fines before.
No, fine as in it was okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, no, the ones I have right now say some of the more recent ones now say license added, so they automatically went and grabbed a license for the music that I used in it and added it to the track or to the video.
I like it when it just can't play in certain countries.
That's what happened to Roscoe.
They're like, oh, if this is anywhere in the Middle East, they're not going to hear this music. And it's like, all
Mm.
right, sorry guys.
Roscoe played. He was on his late night addiction. He played some. I think it was like a Mr. Bean clip, and it got banned in like US, UK, and but it was fine in like Canada and Australia.
That was my biggest source of copyright claims is when I would use the Benny Hill music at one point when I was trying to do fast forwarding through unpacking stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, all the blocked ones as well. I forgot about all the blocked ones.
I was bad pressing, man. You guys see that Instagram thing that freaking Biggie Shaq posted? Oh, so it was like some lady worked
machine
in a machine shop. It was like probably in China.
Oh yeah.
Reached through and she pulls out her arm and her arm like it was like a wet spaghetti noodle.
Must have missed that one.
Yeah, you probably don't want to see it. It's really bad. It's you just know like, oh wow, that just pressed her entire, all her bones.
It literally reminded me of a Looney Tunes cartoon.
It was like, you ever seen the original Terminator?
I was just going to say, is it the Terminator in the hydraulic press?
Yes, that's exactly what it was. It was a hydraulic press on her arm.
Oh, reverse. Yeah, because his arm was what was out there.
Yeah.
No.
Blunt force trauma. I don't know. So how much? Well, I guess there was a lot of force, but yeah, she didn't even flinch. Because she probably couldn't feel a damn thing. It was probably just like the shock from that. Just like,
yeah, imagine something like that happens. You're just like, did that really just happen?
I mean, you try to pull your arm out, and obviously that didn't work. So it was like, okay, what do you do? Yeah,
I'll feel that in the morning.
Can I take 2 Advil and get back to work?
Oh gosh.
The doc that day's pay. Oh yeah, good times. The other day, this week, my son was home for spring break. My wife sat down with him and they watched History of the World Part 1 together, so he could be prepared to watch History of the World Part 2. Yeah, walk it off. Just put some dirt on it, right? You'll be good.
Put some dirt on it. Just duct tape it. Duct tape it and get back to us
Yeah,
after lunch.
get back in there. You can do it.
Why don't you take lunch real quick, duct tape that up, and come on back.
You can go to the doctor on your own time. Don't you dare impact our production.
Best is when I get ban rating for inappropriate material. Huh? What inappropriate material, sir?
Kool-Aid Man doesn't wear clothes. He refuses to wear clothes. And so every once in a while, the prudes come in there and demand that Kool-Aid Man put on a pair of shorts and that CJ puts on a pair of gloves.
Oh, the gloves.
How dare you show us your cuticles? It can't be unnatural if a human can do it. There you go. The
Green Machine, I can send you the link. I don't want to drop it in the chat though. Let's see.
We all know what happens to Remy when he drops it in the chat.
Yeah. Wow.
Pecker. Look at that woodpecker. You have a miserable. That, oh my God. So much crap.
Cool. There we go. Paste.
So much crap comes in my inbox. Ridiculous. I don't understand why. I mean, it's like I want to unsubscribe from some of these, but I'm afraid I'll miss something. But so he's like these comic book companies, man, that like email like 4 times a day the same things. Oh, this will release in like 3 hours. This will release in 2 hours. This will release in 1 hour.
I noticed Big Time Collectibles does that.
Oh my God, man.
I've been getting killed on my Lovely Lady covers lately because every week they've been releasing them. And it's like, man, can you just hold this until next week and send it together?
Oh yeah, because
I know I can't wait to buy it. Like if I wait, it's gonna be gone because you only made 5 of them, and then it's like, so then I gotta pay the shipping on this thing. And next week I know you're just gonna get me again. So why don't we just come? I mean, even if I have to pay the shipping for that, like it's like every week I get a new invoice coming through. Come on, man.
It's almost like can we have like a hold on shipping button so you can accumulate a little bit?
Yeah, let's be smart about this. Because it was like I just got 2 books, and then the week before I got 1. The week before that I got 1. I know I've got 1 waiting, so it's like you could have waited, sent all 6 of those together. I didn't need them right now. You know what I mean? Like wait till you can put them in the Gemini and send them out to me. Instead, I gotta open up 6 different packages for 1 book.
Well, and all those separate shipping charges.
Yeah. $5, $5. And it's like, come on, man.
Well, Larry says FOMO is a tricky bitch.
Wow.
And a cruel mistress.
Wow. I know some of those releases, if you don't get it right then, you're not going to get it.
Yeah, that's the problem, right?
Yeah, that's the thing. It's just
probably especially with all those bloody Superman books they've been releasing as well, because they're all really limited numbers, a lot of them too.
Oh, the big time Superman books.
Oh,
yeah,
those were selling out super fast. Yeah. I only got 1.
You got the black one, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why has it got to be race with you, man? Can't believe you.
Be quiet, Nazi talk boy.
Wow. Now just because I'm a skinhead, I have a shaved head. All of a sudden I'm a skinhead, huh? My God.
You can always watch that Australian movie Romper Stomper. It's a bit like the Australian version of American History X. No curbside
Except-
crushings or anything, but
Except a little more oi oi oi.
pretty much.
Wait.
Russell Crowe was in it.
Was
Wow.
he?
A very, very young Russell Crowe.
I was watching Quick and the Dead earlier today, and there was a bunch of people in that thing. I was like, golly. I don't remember everybody being in this thing. Trying to think of what that Australian version of Fast and Furious was. I know somebody had a
Running on
copy
empty.
of that thing. What was it?
Running on empty.
Maybe. I don't know. It was right around that time. It was like Fast and Furious came out. And
Oh no,
one of
Running
mine
on empty
like-
was like early 80s.
Oh, no. This was, This was right around the time Fast and Furious came out. And they're like, oh, you got to see this. This is the Australian version. I was like, yes. Of course, I didn't know any of the cars or anything. I was like, I don't even know what this is.
It sounded like somebody just did it.
It looks like
it in
something
their backyard or something.
It's like it looks familiar. It's just not the same thing. I've never seen this. And then the brands that I did know, I was like, all right, yeah, it's a Ford, but I don't know what the hell car this is. Like, it just has a badge on it. I don't know what that is. This is the best.
Yeah, AR's got himself in over his head.
Wow, see?
And that's why they're free, because nobody wants to pay to move.
Slow and serious.
Quite possibly.
The slow and the Yahoo serious.
Hey, I still watch Mighty
There
Car
you go.
Mods.
I say Yahoo serious. This is Cruz just drops the young Einstein.
Young
there you
Einstein.
go.
Well done.
Yes.
I've been watching Mighty Car Mods for years. Those two Australian dudes are awesome.
Yeah, he did actually do a couple of movies after that, but nothing really hit as
Right.
much as what young Einstein did.
That was like I remember that being like, God, I think it was grade school when that came out.
Late 80s, I think. I think it was late 80s.
Maybe not. I don't think it was that late. I think it was earlier than that.
Because I remember watching it coming out when I was a kid.
Yeah, 1988.
88, yeah. So.
All right, so I guess it was mid. Oh, you know what? I'm confused. Yeah, okay, that was middle school. I was confusing it with something else. Now I remember. I was thinking of I don't know why I just now dawned on me. I was thinking of the
Look
song.
at this cover. Look at that. That's a blast from the past
Dude.
right there.
I remember like he invented the bubbles in beer.
It was a fun movie for its time. I haven't rewatched it since I was a kid, but
Look at the great movies we get that Americans have to think of Australia. We have Young Einstein, Crocodile Dundee, and Priscilla, Queen of the Desert.
I still think Crocodile Dundee's number one, though.
Yeah,
that's just
because just what this country needs is another cock and a frock on a rock.
Like I just figured everybody had that hat, with the teeth on it and everything. Was like, and then I meet this guy up here, and I'm like, that's not the same thing. It sounds like it, but it's not the same thing.
He didn't know Mad Max was Australian.
Yeah, see, that's why I didn't include that on my list because people don't think of it as Australian.
Yeah,
it just happened to be made in Australia. It's not necessarily trying to depict Australia through crappy stereotypes.
Australia had a couple horror films come out in like the early 2000s too that I remember seeing.
Wolf Creek.
There was Wolf Creek, and then there was another one that was like a similar thing of like kidnapping people. You know what I mean? It was like some guys that were out in the sticks. You know, they would kidnap people. It was like very similar, but I remember they had a couple of those like Australia, but out in like the rural areas. You know, like people just go missing. It was like
out in the
it was the
outback,
same
mate.
thing. Yeah, it's like
They had that
when
crappy.
tourists go there, they go out into the freaking desert, and then they just never are found again.
Well, wasn't it? I think the guys that came up with Saw, I think they were Australian. I
Oh, really?
think so.
Saul was this. You know what? Saul 1, I think, was great, and then after that, it just got silly. Like you guys just you're going. It's too much. I remember the twist in 1 was really good. You Got Me, M Night style, but the rest of them, I'm done with it. Gilbert Godfrey.
Hey, Simon. It's a barbecue, an Aussie barbecue.
Oh God. Which, as you say, it's pretty much just chucking it on a grill.
Yeah, it's a horrible movie. Absolute horrible movie.
Or just our barbecuing in general.
Yeah. The whole thing is a big barbecue competition, and it's nothing but throwing stuff on a grill. It's like, wow.
Pretty much.
Kangaroo Jack. Wow. There you go.
Yeah, Kangaroo Jack. Yeah.
Yeah, and it actually says, yeah, he's Australian. Revolutionized the horror genre through
Quigley Down Under.
his debut Saw. Did that really revolutionize horror, though?
Not really.
Is that how you would describe that? I think
I
think you're grasping here, Google. Revolutionizing horror.
And there was actually and it's like a literally like no money budget type movie, but filmed in Australia. I think it was done. I think it might have been done here in our state. The kid from E.T., Elliot or whatever. I don't know. I can't remember what the actor's name is. Actually, was
Elliot.
over.
That's all you need to know.
Yeah,
You
that's
say Elliot.
Yeah, Elliot from BT.
Yeah, we know that kid.
He came over here and they did a movie called Frog Dreaming, and it's very, very, very low budget movie.
Hold on.
He tries to.
Frog Dreaming.
It's really.
AKA The Quest.
No, of course they had to call it something different overseas.
This actually looks awesome.
Yeah, I wouldn't keep your hopes up.
Really?
Well, it was all right for what it was back in the early 80s or whatever it was, but
was this after E.T.?
Yeah, it was
So
after E.T.
E.T. to this. Yikes!
And I actually found it on one of the streaming services. Funnily enough, I can't remember which one it was, but it was on one of the streaming services, and I watched it again. And I'm like,
Henry Thomas is his name.
Henry Thomas, that's it. I'm like, this is horrible.
There you go.
It might be different for somebody overseas.
The Legend of Frog Dreaming.
Oh, so the cover that we got over here was nowhere even remotely good as looking as that.
Was it this one? This blue one?
Yeah, I think it was. No, not that one. It was the other one. There was a third one. Because it was called Frog Dreaming.
Which one?
Yeah, that one. Yeah, that one.
Yeah, you know what that does? Nothing. That does nothing for me. You love the EP. Watch him cross this bridge across these clouds.
Is he dying? Is he going to the light? Is that what's going on?
Dumb. You have that. This one at least he's holding a gun.
He's actually trying to. I think in that one he's trying to find
this one here. This looks
an Aboriginal elder who literally lives like in a little house like off the jetty, but he's just walking through this and it's all mist through over the water and things like that, and he just seems to be walking forever to get to this little hut to talk to this person.
All right, Frog Dreaming.
So it's basically you're saying is Lord of the Rings.
No, it's the premise is it's a small rural town. They find like an old abandoned,
Old
like a
abandoned
rock,
stuff.
like
Got
a
it.
rock quarry, like a
There's a
rock quarry.
rock. Okay, got it. So far we have an old town and we have a big giant rock and walking. Okay, I'm trying to figure out where it's not Lord of the Rings yet. Come on.
I said rock quarry, not rock.
Whatever.
But there's something in the water in this quarry or whatever like
As
that.
opposed to the sky. Got it. Okay.
Opposed to the sky. That is, like that's under the water and they're trying to work out what it is. And
I will tell you this, and I have confidence that the 15 people watching right now won't do this. But that movie's available free on YouTube. I looked it up streaming and I was like, oh yeah, there's nowhere it's streaming. And then sure enough, it had video options. It's like an hour and 20 minutes. And you can click on this website and show it. And then you click on the second one, and the second one was YouTube. And I clicked on it, and sure enough, the movie started up. So
it took me forever to find that barbecue movie to suffer through that. Because somebody said, "Oh, Rob, you got to watch this barbecue movie," and I was like, "Oh, okay." And I was excited to see it until I watched it, and I realized, "Oh,
they got me again."
Damn you, Australia!
The funny thing is, I don't think I've ever seen it myself.
Oh, really?
I know of it, but I don't think I've actually seen it myself.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Dude,
It's no Mad Max or.
Oh no! A dude inherits a barbecue, a grill, and he's gonna cook.
AKA The Quest.
What movie?
One 2 is on YouTube.
We talk about lots of different movies here, Lady Fantastic. I was talking about a movie from Australia called The Barbecue.
Oh.
About a guy who inherits a family heirloom barbecue. Really, it's a barrel grill. And he enters a barbecue competition where they're grilling steaks. And he miraculously wins.
Is it the secret? Is it the grill? Is it secret powers?
No, it doesn't have any secret powers, but it's like, but he thinks it does, therefore it does, or something.
There you go. There you go.
So it's
he was destined to win.
But they have the Texan who's traveled all the way from Texas to Australia with his rig.
I can tell you
to cook.
Your description of this sounds like the worst movie ever. There's not one thing appealing to this.
He's got like
it's
no
a
skill.
Barbecue competition movie.
He's got to get teamed up with some butcher to puts him through this training regiment to teach him how to grill and cook and all this stuff. I mean, it's like Rocky.
Put the bandana like Karate Kid.
Yeah, it's like Rocky meets Karate Kid meets the Iron Chef. You know,
when you can flip that steak with one. I
forgot about Muriel's wedding.
Yeah, it's a bunch of comedians and stuff from Australia. So there you go. That's enough said right there in its own right. But yeah, no, it was like I always love the concepts. Like, oh, here's the main villain's like this Texan who traveled all the way from Texas to What do you think? How did he get his rig to Australia to barbecue to grill? You think he just came over and rented some equipment off the? No, come on.
No, he traveled with it.
And at that,
traveled by boat.
What Texan would sit there and say that he's a barbecue cook and he's doing nothing but grilling?
Sounds like the worst.
It sounds like a gripping psychological thriller. Does the grill talk or something? Oddly, no. At least not out loud. It's non-verbal.
It's our Knight Rider.
Yeah, it's more of a non-verbal. Just like, dude, it's just weird.
Where like burns people. Like
it was supposed to be a big comedy. Apparently, I mean, from what I understood, at least regionally, but it didn't do well.
Called The Barbecue. No, Beck hasn't heard of it either.
Ah.
I've heard of it at least, but never seen it. But
it kind of ended up becoming like What did she want to know who the cast was?
No. She said she goes, I like The Castle, which is another Australian movie.
Yeah, I said this is Shane Jacobson and
yeah. Yeah, Shane
That-
Jacobson became famous
This
when
one?
he made the movie Kenny.
Yeah, that's the one. The barbecue.
Oh god.
Magda Subansky.
Oh yeah, yeah. Magda's a comedian.
She's actually probably the funniest part of the whole thing. But
Is that Manu?
yep,
Oh god.
Manu Fidel,
Yeah, he's
Nicholas Hammond, Rodney Afif.
not Spider-Man Nicholas Hammond.
Nicholas Hammond.
I don't even know who that is.
Yes.
Nicholas Hammond was
Yes.
Oh
Spider-Man
my god. That's hilarious. I'm gonna have to watch it now. That's hilarious.
The 1977 Spider-Man Nicholas Hammond. Yeah.
I wonder if they filmed it when he came out here, because he came out here a few years back. I wonder that's why they were able to
He was
get him.
he was in The Sound of Music.
It says he's an American-born Australian actor and writer.
There you go.
There you go. Spider-Man in an Aussie movie.
He played the carver in that movie. So he's like he teaches them all about how to carve meat and how like the magic of clip that, Remy. The magic.
Magic of barbecue jutsu. Oh, God. Got the shells in the van.
It's amazing. Somebody's going to see this and somebody's going to watch that now. That's what's so funny. Somebody out there is going to watch this.
He's gonna get the.
They'll be like, all
shelves
right,
in the
I'll
van.
try it.
They're too long to close the back. He's gonna drive 30 minutes. You have a half pack of cigarettes and no, it's dark outside. I'm wearing sunglasses. Is it cold? You got to drive with the back doors of the van open when it's freezing cold. That would suck.
Oh, God.
Considering it's 9 p.m. where he's at, it's probably is cold. Good times. No.
Nobody wants to hang out. How rude.
Oh. They just want to watch. They're a bunch of voyeurs.
Mm.
Yeah, put it
That's
out
right.
there.
That's right. We can always make it short that way. That way Remy can eat.
I still haven't eaten yet.
That's
I
right.
was editing and then I was trying to get this thing together. All that sweet editing that I did. Believe it or not, I had multiple cameras going. I had 2 camera angles, and then I had to take one and go in for close-up shots. Did about 12 takes for that thing.
See, forget the single cam stuff. Remy's a freaking professional, yo.
Oh, yeah. And then at one point we stopped, and I was like, "All right, let me look and just see how the audio is." And Angel came in, and she started cooking or something. And I was like, no, we got to do this again. We went back outside, and then her shirt was wet. And I was like, this isn't going to work. I don't know what you want to do. It's like, she's like, we'll just reshoot the whole thing. And I was like, no. So we had to dry a shirt, wait. I had an airplane go over at one point. I had a neighbor with a loud car come in. It's like, this is terrible. This is why I don't do stuff out. That's why I don't do this outside like this. I have to compete with everything. Wind. I guess it's not that bad. DJ has sirens from his roof that always come through. So,
Yeah, that's why it's hard. Like even people doing not that I myself like filming footage at like conventions and things like that. Like I don't do the interview stuff, so I generally just use my phone and just get a bit of like B-reel type thing, and then just put the music over. I don't bother with the sight, the sounds part of it. Just get the sight part of it.
yeah, we tried once and you can't hear anything. It's if you don't have a mic set up for it, it just doesn't work. So,
Agreed. Which is the tricky part.
Yeah. So I usually do the same thing. I just get a bunch of footage and then try to chop it together.
Yep. Well, that's what I did with the Berkeley Comic Show one. But then I actually left. I left the video audio from the natural audio from the event there, but put the music over the top of it. That way, you had
You
some of the
hear
ambient. You could hear some of the ambient noise, but
I've tried that.
yeah,
but
yeah,
you
I always
couldn't.
had that.
But you couldn't understand anybody's conversations unless you were
Hmm.
CSI. Well, I took it apart and I've removed these layers of sound, and here's what we heard. This guy here was making a deal for a comic book. Weird.
He was overpaying by $35.
This guy was trying to evade his taxes by
What's up, Chop? How
only
you doing?
accepting cash. Sick the IRS on him.
Wow. After that last one I went to, I'm convinced that last day, that's the best time to pick something up. When everybody's got to leave, like if it's still there, if there's something that you want, it's still there, they'll cut you a deal. They'll cut you a deal if
But you
they
got-
want to
you
get
gotta-
rid of it.
You got to risk it being there.
Yeah, yeah. And then the same thing with some of the like anybody, not the exclusives necessarily, like the limited print ones, but like any of those people that have the like buy two or whatever that fourth or that third day, they'll be like, nah, we'll give you 5 free books if you buy one.
You buy this one.
I'll pay $20 for your one book, but I want all these with it. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, so I don't know whether I could do that if you see like a book at a reasonable price. Obviously, you're thinking, okay, I might be able to get it down a bit further, but it might be at a reasonable price, and then leaving it go for 3 days or 4 days, and just hoping that you can get a better deal on that last day at the end of the con.
You roll the dice and you take what you get on that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's a good price, if it's at a fair price, I'll just pay for it and take it. I'd rather be able to go around to everybody and go, dude, look what I got.
Yeah. Whereas here, because we're very limited by resources, you've literally got to find where they are and go straight for them first, and then go, okay, what have they got? What do I want to get? And then just try and make the deal then and there, like within the first couple of hours. Yeah, otherwise, there's no point.
I got to do that so I can have people going, my God, you see that shit Rob's getting? Holy cow!
I don't know what the one is that you and Simon did last year, where it was like toys and comics and stuff. That thing looked awesome, though. It was just like a little hall that was set up.
Filming together, or were we like together?
You were filming separately, but you were both there.
Okay.
And
we go to a lot
you guys
of
said it was just a smaller thing that they sometimes do, and I was like, this looks awesome. Like I was like, I could go there for just on an afternoon, have a blast.
Yeah, because we have quite a few. Like, there's been a bit of a resurgence in the smaller ones now, where it's literally like a little.
This was a small one, yeah. This wasn't like
a little scout hall.
There was nobody. Yeah, nobody was like cosplaying or anything. It looked like a hall. They had tables set up. You know, this guy had toys, that guy had books. You know, and like there were other little.
It might have been the one that because our friend Sean, which is Zars84, he actually runs one. He tries to do at least 1 or 2
Well,
times
that might have been it. I think Simple Simon might have introduced him at the beginning of the video.
Yeah.
But I know you were both there and you both had 2 separate videos on it. But I watched it. I was like, this looks awesome. Like it's a little con. You go around, do a little shopping, see what people have. I was like, this would be great.
I've missed a couple of those actually because I haven't been able to afford to go because we had one. Actually, last weekend there was one, and then about 2 weekends prior to that we had a little one. But we've got our first big one coming up late April. So I know about the only draw card is Stephen Amell is coming. Comic creator wise, it's only Jim Chung at the moment. So I've already got an original piece from him, but I at least go and say hello to him. But yeah, most of the people we get here, it's like we'll get 2 or 3 international comic creators if we're lucky, and all the TV movie people and stuff like that. You might get 1 or 2 half decent ones, and all the rest are like, C grade, D grade actors that have been in some random episode of Stargate Atlantis or something like that sort of thing.
My favorite.
But it's good if you want to try and because Beck does the signatures.
Yeah.
She does the TV and movie people signatures. So if you're trying to get like, say for argument's sake, like Lord of the Rings, like she's got nearly all the hobbits, or all the dwarfs or whatever from the movies and stuff like that, because you'll get, occasionally you'll get a big name one and then you'll get all the smaller name ones and things like that sort of thing. So you can just accumulate a bit of a collection of them. So yeah, it's not too bad. But
No, just like I said, I know that hall, that one that y'all had, it looked cool.
Bit more of an intimate setting.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. I don't have it ready. Damn it!
I do prefer the more sort of, I suppose you could call it intimate sort of setting. Where
yeah,
that's right. That's exactly what I was referring to.
Just a couple people with their collections. See what you got. What are you getting rid of? Oh, Rob, did you go through that Mark's Friends collection yet?
No, I haven't.
I didn't have a chance to go through it yet. I know DJ was looking at it.
I stumbled across something earlier today when I was looking at my Google Drive. So maybe that's what he shared with me, was some.
I think I got it through Instagram, but I hadn't had a chance to look through it yet.
I don't know. I don't know if it was.
I was going to ask if you saw anything that was of note.
I don't think I got anything. I don't know. No, this is something from somebody else. No, I don't know. I didn't get it. Didn't get it.
Yeah, I got.
It's all right. I mean, the reality is, you know what? I'm really kind of tapped out for the next.
I got you on hold for right now.
Well,
I am too, but I didn't know if it was something. You know what I mean? You might see something, you're like, oh yeah, I gotta get that thing.
I just picked up something the other day. It's not here yet.
Tell us more, Mr. Rob.
It's not here yet.
Now I'm excited. All right.
Let's just say that my list that I'm short is shorter.
Gotcha. Okay. All right.
Yeah. No, it's
Oh, I'll be excited to see that one then. Is it a slab? Can you tell us that?
Yeah.
Slab. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a Spider-Man book.
Oh, okay.
Given that
those could be so many then. There's
given I just picked up 14.
Uh-huh.
To then turn around in a couple weeks and pick up another one of the few I had left.
Nick has been picking up some books lately.
Yeah,
he's got a few. He's been showing a few that he's picked up a couple good books.
Oh, you bastard, bub. Yeah, I kind of put. You know what? My problem is like that Flash Gordon run that we're talking about. That's the Harvey Comics Flash Gordon. There's only 4 issues in the run. I have 1 and 4, but 2 and 3, every time I find any copies that are any good, people want like $150+ for a raw mid-grade book, and I'm just like,
something
dude,
outrageous.
It's just not worth that much to me. And so right now on my Flash Gordons, I'm really kind of realized the other day that I only need 2 more of the Dell 4-color Flash Gordons to have them all. So I'm kind of leaning towards picking those up first if I stumble on them. But those are books I'll be looking for. Like when I'm out at Heroes, I'll be on the hunt for the 2 Harvey Flash Gordons and the 2 Dell 4-colors I'm looking for. You got 1 and 3. Okay, so we each have 1. You got 3, I got 4. So we're gonna be fighting each other over number 2. Good to know. But I have Captain Tootsie 1 and 2. Do you have both Captain Tootsies?
I have 1 and 3.
Yeah, that's what I say. He's got the. So I don't know.
You know what? When you get here, link up with Joe. because Joe, he like any of the guys that are selling older books. He
I
knew
would say
all
these
the
are ones that I've
people.
got on my head that because a lot of stuff when I go to cons, there's just stuff that I like. I kind of buy in the moment. And what do I see that just strikes me? Everything else, but there are certain things that I
Okay.
have in my list that I'm like keeping my eye out for. So like those 4 Flash Gordon books will be something I'm looking out for.
Right.
You know, there's a couple books within, you know, there's some of the mystery and space books that I'm working on that run that I'm keeping my eyes out for. And of course, I'm always keeping my eye out for a steal on one of the ASM books I need because I'm down to like
Yeah.
7 issues.
8 issues.
8 issues.
Huh.
Yeah. So
Mine's usually in the moment, but it's typically more of a deal. You know what I mean? Like if I see
no,
something where I'm like,
no, absolutely.
I
It's all
gotta
about
pick this up. Like,
it's the right price, right? It's like
yeah,
I've walked away from many things, and I would, and you should, if it's
yeah,
not the right price, or even if it is a good price, but it's not, you know, the right price for you, or
yeah.
Whether it's
or
me, it's
or
oh,
if
you have this, I can afford it, I'm going to buy it.
yeah, can you afford it, right? You shouldn't buy it if you can't afford it, even if it's a good price. But sometimes I kind of catch myself like there's certain things I see sometimes. Oh, well, that's a screaming deal. I should get that. But then I go, no, you know what? You already have a copy of that. You don't.
Yeah.
Once you get what, that's a distraction. Who cares if it's a screaming deal? Oh, but I can sell it. And it's like, no, you won't. So
That's what I run into because like if I see something, I'm like, all right, is this something I'm gonna keep? You know, or am I getting it just because I know I'd be interested to have it, but I probably will sell it. And then it's like, well, then I got to go through the process of that. Like maybe I shouldn't even bother with this. You know, like unless I'm going to make a killing on something, you find something unbelievable. It's like, nah.
well, and if you're at a con or something like that or a show like that, your chances are you're not going to find something there that you can turn around and flip for a good
Yeah,
deal
yeah.
on, right? They probably unless somebody's just completely screwed the pooch and how they've labeled something and doesn't know what they don't know what they have. And for the most part,
You
those
got
are
to give that
it,
stack.
right?
You give that stack of 10 books. The one, not in the middle. Don't go in the middle. You got to go third from the bottom, okay? Because then they'll do the quick flip and they'll be like, all right, and then and you can't have something way out of place. Like don't stick a golden age and it's the only golden age. You got to have a couple older books in there mixed with some modern. Like they don't quite know what direction you're coming at them with. You give them that stack of 10, they do that quick flip,
Some stuff with
and
odd
they're like,
numbers that they can't add real quick in their head.
yeah.
You know, bunch of twos and $4 and
I'll have the
oddball.
money ready. You know what I mean? It's
So,
like I got 60
100,
bucks in my hand, and I'm like,
yeah, 100
I got this 10. Here, it's 320. You know, and they're like, yeah, and take the money. You know, you wave the cash enough, and they smell it, and then they just grab it instinctively and pull it away, and then you walk away, and then you run real quick. And you're like, yeah, got another one.
Take that, sucker.
Yes.
Yeah. And then that's the thing, like, oh, sorry, Rob.
Giving out too many secrets here. I shouldn't be. This should be.
No, but I was just saying that Bubs and I, we got kind of like this, you know, between that Flash Gordon series that we're both on, and of course we've both been picking up like the Bruce Timm covers on the All Crime books and stuff, which is just some
And
beautiful.
he loves his Dave Stevens stuff too.
Yeah.
It's a lot of the old sort of good girl fantasy type art. Sort
You
of stuff
find
as
that
well.
Flash Gordon that somebody's selling for $150, right? You get a couple Flash books, okay? Just the Flash. Stack them in there. Get a Silver Age and put that second to the top. The top will be modern, Silver Age, Flash, and then Flash Gordon, then Flash. Hand it to them. Wave the cash, and then walk away, and then run. Works every time.
I got 5 Flash books here. They're worth $5, right? Got
Yeah.
it. Here you go.
Yeah, 5 Flash books. Here you go, $5. Nobody's interested in this character, right? And then boom,
chuck the Flash books in the giveaway box.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, if you want to get slick with it, I'll partner up with you. I'll be your wingman on this one, right? So I'll be like, Rob, where are you picking up? I'll be like, a couple Flash books, no big deal. I got $10, you know. I figure I might as well get all these.
Like
And
some
then
run
that's-
fillers. Just
Yeah.
just some run fillers.
Look, they start flipping through, and they'll get to that one. I'll go, hey, how much is that one on the wall right there? They'll turn and look, and then they'll skip it right by.
Remy's
I'll
school
be
of
your
the art.
Huckleberry, baby. I got you, bro. We got this down.
What'd you get? Oh, I ended up with an ASM 1 for freaking $12.
Just flip it through. Man, I've always wanted that one right there. How much is that? Oh, that's a
How'd you
really
get it
good
for
price.
$12? Well, it was marked at 12,000, and we just kind of
Did the old okey doke. You know?
slipped it in.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was
God.
third from the bottom.
Oh, that'd be something. No.
Yeah, and that's the sort of thing. Like I've always been with the mind that, yeah, I go in with a physical cash budget, and obviously I'm always trying to look for the books that are on my list, trying to score one of the bigger books on my list.
Yeah.
And I'll sort of go in, and I've always been that mind where I'd rather sort of maximize my dollars instead of walking in and buying one big book, and I'm like, okay, I've got no more money left.
You
Right.
sound like a gambler. That's how you
I-
gamble, bro.
I'd rather
still
go
win
in. Yeah, I'd rather go in and go, okay, I'll buy 10 the sort of the small to medium sized books
Yeah.
within that budget sort of thing. But I'm coming to the mind now, I need to go and, like, if somebody's got one of those big books that I really want, and even if it's blows the whole cash wad, I'll just go. I'll just do it.
That's what. Well, at the Berkeley show, like, you know, the stack I had, if I had gone in a different order, would have been like 2 books, because I would have ended up with like probably ASM, ASM 14. I would have definitely had, but I probably would have picked up ASM 13 as well. But I couldn't swing both of them after I had picked up all the other stuff I had picked up with the 238 and the 100 and all the other stuff, which I'm not broken up about it. Cause like I said, I've said it a couple times and I continue to see it. 13 right now. It's not a hard book for me to get in a price I'm willing to pay, because it's a book that's on the downtrend. And so I'm willing to even not hurry about it too much, because I feel there's still room for it to fall a little more before it starts to settle down. So
we're like a couple of years behind with, FMV pricing, because people are they're just selling on the basis that, okay, well, you've got to buy something from the States or Europe or whatever. You got to worry about currency conversion and big price tags for freight and shipping and all that sort of stuff. So we'll just maximize whatever we can, because we've got this big book and we're just going to sell it for the highest dollar value. And whoever's going to snap it up will snap it up if they do. If not, I'll just sit on it until somebody does buy it, sort of thing. So
when I've gone online, I've seen a lot of Canadian books. Like, I don't know why, but I keep seeing it up. I'm like, oh shit, man, Canada's booming right now at these books.
Well, they're right up above us. So
I'd actually be better. I'd be better buying from Canada if I bought anything, because our Aussie dollar versus the Canadian dollar is almost on parity.
Right.
But the problem is they usually will ship it. Not ship it. They'll usually price it. They'll go, oh, it's located in Canada, but here's the US price. And I'm like, well, that means I've got to times it by 1.4 instead of, like, okay, it's only going to cost $100 book's going to cost me 105.
I don't know. Usually when I see they're usually priced in Canadian dollars, and I have to. So when I see the listing, I go like, oh, okay, and I pay. It ends up costing me less dollars. It's actually always weird, because eBay will show me, like, initially, like, before I click on it, it'll show me like the price in like US dollar conversion, and then when I click on it, it shows me the Canadian dollars or something. So then all of a sudden, like, the dollars don't match up. You're like, what the hell? And you realize that it's Canadian. Oh, okay.
So it's $1.99.
Yeah, because I can go into eBay Australia, and then you can go, okay, you filter the parameters to, okay, ship, worldwide, and then it will quite often put them in Aussie dollars, and then underneath in small writing it'll say, oh, it's $100 Australian, but it's US like $70 or or whatever it happens to be. So yeah, it'll do that conversion for you if you go through that avenue. But if I just go straight ebay.com, everything will be in US pricing.
Yeah. Well, I tried to do. I've had a few things I tried listing, like with global shipping on them, but it's a pain.
But doesn't because eBay does a lot of that calculation for you now, though.
Well, it
As long
does
as you
if
know
you.
your size and weights and whatever.
Yeah,
and
but I
terminology.
mean, I don't know until I box it up and pack it up what it's going to finish weighing and everything else. And
And what if somebody buys like 10 of my books instead of just one sort of thing? It's like,
right.
well, you got to work that out later. Unless you're doing it, I think if you do it through a
Well,
store,
what
I
you
think
could
you
do.
can do it that
No,
way.
what you do is if somebody buys multiple things from you, because each thing would have its own shipping price on there. If you want to consolidate, is instead of them paying right away, they wait for you to
Invoice later.
invoice it. Then you can adjust the ship price and stuff as part of the invoice. But yeah, no, it's just it was something to do with like when I was like going through it, I was trying to figure it out. It's like, oh man, I don't know. At least with the US stuff, it doesn't bug me because I always just put it up and I always just go like, flat rate boxes or something for the most part.
You're pretty much, you've done enough of them. You're going to know what it's roughly going to cost.
Well, you can do the flat rate box. Once you select the flat rate box, and you can say that, the buyer pays, and it'll calculated cost and it'll automatically bill them whatever they're going to charge for it. And the funny thing is that, they never charge. They always charge the customer more than the shipping really is. That's been my experience.
Yeah, I've had that a few times. And that's what, like in the early days, because I've been buying stuff from the States for, 20 plus years, 20,
Right.
25 years. And it was always like with the USPS thing, obviously you'll get the box and it's got the little rectangular label in there with the price that it's supposedly have paid. But it's like, they've paid that. But I'm like, well, have they paid for extra insurance? So that might be a little bit extra on top of that. But that won't reflect in that price on the box. So, but you're sort of like, you charged me $110 shipping or whatever, but it only says $95 on the box. Why am I, and I question that quite a bit early. And they're like, oh, well, I got tracking added on. That wasn't part of that price, and I got extra insurance because it's fragile and so on and so forth. So you sort of learn that over time. But like a newbie going onto eBay buying something from overseas, I can see them questioning a lot of stuff because they wouldn't be too sure.
It's like, hey, that's the price I'm charging you. Deal with it.
Yeah,
you agreed to it. Suck it up, Buttercup.
And I think that's why eBay tried to, like, instead of it saying, shipping to be determined later, a lot of it's automated now, where at least you're like, what sort of price you're going to be basically paying. So you're like, okay, well, shipping's too much, so I won't bother buying it, sort of thing, instead of trying to argue it later. Because that was always the main concern, especially with eBay.
Wow. That's a sexy box. Yeah, man, got comics. Put up a mystery box. It's just one box. This is one mystery box, one slab, and 10 raw books. Range is from silver to copper age only. No modern books of any sorts. So the books are all in range from 1961 to 1984. $650 shipped.
Yeah,
that's
so in that sort of instance, you're like, I'd rather know what kind of books, because everybody does sort of mystery. I'll say most people, because obviously I don't do many mystery boxes, but most people at least give you a glimpse of, okay, these are the hits that could be in the box. This is some of the run fillers that might be in the box, so you sort of know what you're getting into.
So here's the thing, right? With this particular thing, so yeah, man. First of all, a known entity. He's always put out good boxes. So it's one of those things where I guarantee you, that there's no doubt about it. As long as you're a guy who doesn't mind like selling stuff that you don't want, it's a worth it box, because I'm sure that the slabs probably. I'm sure it's all great stuff. It's probably great at that price point. I would hope so. You figure it's probably got a box value of somewhere between minimum on end. I would hope would be nothing. It wouldn't be less than 750, and it's probably closer to 900 probably. But knowing him, but I'm not the Huckleberry for that.
New video on DJ Links. I bought a one-off mystery box.
Well, he's done that before, huh?
Yeah, like mystery boxes are fun, but yeah, as I've said before, like not many people will be willing to send them overseas to sort of, to give them a try. Like obviously the Dorkeries, I bought 2 of those boxes, and obviously as they started getting the more, the rounds went on, they kept going up in price and and things like that. And I did one from Melinda's Comics, and that was just a big pile of shit. And what was the other one I did? I did one more. Can't remember who it was. Yeah, I think I did one more from somebody. I was half tempted on that. I'm glad I never did, but I got offered one of those 777 infamous boxes. I never did that. Thank God I didn't have that kind of money. And he even tried to start giving me cheaper prices on them later on. He's like, I've still got plenty of boxes left. Oh, maybe I'll do it for, 800 shipped or something. And I'm like, yeah, this is sounding a bit too good to be true. And as a lot of us saw DJ's video, it definitely was. So,
yeah.
You have to have minimum max values.
Yeah, you want to have some idea of what it is. I understand that. Well, that's usually makes a lot of sense, especially when you have like many boxes. When you're doing a single box, it's kind of hard to do that. But still, you like to know that, hey, guaranteed you're going to exceed value or something. At least, at the very least, tell me you're going to do that.
And as you said, at least a lot of people know who he is.
Yeah, no, he's done lots of them in the past, so he's well established from that standpoint. That I don't fear it from that point. It's more of just not a price point that I'm going to play those boxes in. How's it going there,
Katie?
Oh my goodness. I don't know.
Because I know there's one guy that I'd love to get a mystery box from, and it's the man from Beantown. Because I always have seen whenever he's posted, I'm doing mystery boxes. It seems to be a predominant Marvel and like silver, bronze, copper age type boxes, and that's like my wheelhouse. But every time I'm like, oh, you feel like shipping it international this time? No. Like I know there's avenues around things now and stuff, but every time he's done it, he's just like, no, flat out. I'm paying.
I'm always somewhat baffled by that to some degree, and it like, if somebody's willing to pay for this shipping, it's not that hard.
No,
I ship international all the time, and it's not hard. I mean, as long as once you know the commercial invoice, what number to use on the commercial invoice, it's not that big of a deal.
It's even like us sending over there. Like we fill out an old school con note.
That's what I'm talking about.
The old school con note.
There's a slip.
Yeah, but when I do that,
you know how long it takes to fill it out? You have to put somebody's name and address.
No, because I use Pirate Ship, baby. It's all part of it, so it auto populates most of it. All I have to type in. Actually, the stupidest thing to me actually is the fact that it asks you like what the weight of the packet thing is after you've already entered the weight of the parcel. It's asking you again on the commercial invoice part, and I have to enter that. It doesn't auto populate, but whatever, not a big deal. But then the other thing is like you'll learn like if you're shipping international with like, for example, with Pirate Ship, if you're shipping via U.S. mail, it's really straightforward because you don't have a bunch of paperwork that you need to worry about. You fill it out, it kind of sticks on the box, and the post office they're good to go. But if you ship UPS with them, you have to like print out like 4 copies of the form that generates, and they don't tell you that, because if you don't do it, UPS then starts calling you up and starts bugging you for the commercial invoice. So you have to print out separate copies of that, and that's where I usually use a an old comic bag, and I'll use it to put my packing slips inside of it and tape that to the outside of the box so they can get to that. And then you have to, and then if you know you're sending something that potentially is going to go through, get customs checked, it's best to have the person who you're shipping to have their phone number entered into that stuff, because that you want customs calling them than calling you at 2 a.m. when you ship to Australia and you're going, oh, I don't know.
Yeah, that's why I've been a little worried, because they quite often, like any time that I've bought anything from overseas, it's always like, oh, and add your address and your phone number just in case. So like that's when, like, we're sending a couple of boxes to Rob, asked for his phone. Okay, put the phone number on there. That's fine. I did that with Dale. I'd never got Remys, because obviously Remys was a surprise. So I
But
Remys
wasn't as big of a deal, because yours was shipping. The one that you shipped to Remy though was shipping from within the U.S.
No, not the bear, the AOK that we sent.
Okay, all right, sorry, all right.
And then we just sent Nick's off last weekend. Yeah, that one.
What does he say again? I can't remember.
Beck's looking and giggling in the background here.
I'm so glad that turned out as well as it did. I really did
not. I know. I was stressing so much about that.
Well, you don't understand, man. I literally had like the sound playing in one headset while sticking the mic inside the ear cup of the microphone to get it to play into the phone to upload it. So, well, this is gonna sound like crap.
It all worked out in the end, thank God for that.
Oh, Marty, yeah. Well, I'm glad that you get so faster. Yeah, fortunately, I think it's just about doing the paperwork right. And fortunately, in our case, as I recall, Marty, you're in Western Canada, so it's pretty much stretch out. But yeah, no, I get stuff out. It's really fast, but that's mostly, again, just the benefit of being on the West Coast. That, like, when I do only, it's like today's only slab stuff is mailed out, right? I get done with only slabs. The first thing I do, I take those books, I go back and I pack them, right? And print out the labels, and I get them out on my porch for the mailman when he comes around, because it's only at 2:00 here, and the mailman comes around 4. He picks those up and he's got them. He's not based out of the local shop. He's based out of the main annex distribution facility. So it doesn't have to get sorted and then passed over to another facility or whatever else. It's already at that facility. Yeah. And that facility is just like 2 miles from the airport. So that night it ends up getting put on a plane and sent to the next regional place, whether that's up to Canada, to the Canadian port, or whether it's to North Carolina or wherever the hell it's going.
And mine goes the long route. Well, my shipping's all effed up anyways, because I actually have to go into the facility. I don't have anything set. I can't print anything. I don't have anything set up.
You don't have a printer?
No, I don't have a printer.
Oh, they're like $50.
Yeah, I don't have a printer. So, so I go into the facility, and so, like, typically, like, it closes right as I would get off. So it's like I have to go in on a Saturday when that's available, and then there's only so many that are open, and usually they shut down at 1. So it's like if I have anything,
that sounds like Australia. That's exactly like Australia.
It's like I've got to beat the clock to get there, and if I don't, then it's like I'm waiting another week. And then once I do ship it out, it sends it to the town over, because they're slightly larger than we are, and then it usually goes from there, and it'll typically go to like DC, or it'll go to like Georgia or something. It goes to like a bigger city somewhere else, processes there, and then goes through. And so, like, it's just, I don't. I mean, it it goes all over the U.S. before it goes out of the country.
That's it. There's a lot of stuff like that, especially on the East Coast. I notice I see stuff where it takes like 4 days just to get out of the East Coast and to get on its way. Whereas for me out here, because I'm in a major city at the major hub with all the major distribution points, it's out of here that night. The day I put it out in the post, it's out that night typically, and that means it's traveling Sunday, and on Monday it's out at your local facility.
I was gonna say, I've had you've sent stuff to me.
You get it
on
like
Saturday,
Tuesday,
and I get it like Monday or Tuesday.
Yeah.
Even like me,
But I
like Rob
guarantee
sent
if I
me a
sent
box
mine
and I
to
got
you
it in
Saturday,
5 days.
It'd take a
The
week
following
to get to
Saturday.
you.
I
Yeah,
get it
it'd take a week to get to you.
Yeah, it's it's really bizarre how different it is, but that's why people always go, "Holy cow, how did you get it out here so fast?" Oh, no big deal. I just walked it over there. Whatever.
I think besides the one that went to where was the first one went? It went to Kentucky or something.
Oh yeah.
Besides that one, every other one has literally been like a week or just under a week, which is like phenomenal. It's usually at least a minimum 2 weeks.
Yeah, but I think I can't remember if I think with
I
you
think that
though,
was because you didn't print the extra invoice. I think it was, or the extra
that
thing
one,
that you'd worked out.
So K-pop says you don't have a printer. Short story on how you butchered it with the chainsaw or the trident. Which is it?
Oh, the chainsaw trident. That's Joe's next project. A chainsaw trident.
Wow. God.
Actually, you know what? Hold on, I lied. Angel bought a printer this weekend. We actually have a printer now. I haven't used it, but now that I think about it, she bought a printer yesterday, and
there you
last
go.
night she was using it because I had to set because she needed the computer, so I had to move this and set all that stuff up. But
so that's the joy. Once you have that printer, that's it, man. You can use pirate ship. You can set up your thing, print out the thing, tape it on there, schedule a pickup from your own. So when your postman, so that way, yep. So if you schedule your pickup, so the postman picks up the stuff when your parcels. He knows he's picking up parcels, but you schedule it for just say.
Is it the normal person?
Yeah. So there's two different ways that you can do it. You can just schedule a specific time and stuff. That'll cost you money, but if you schedule it just during my normal pickup. You'll get no extra charge. And what it lets them know is that it lets them know they have a parcel to pick up. So they'll usually instead of picking up when they're walking their beat, they'll probably drive up to there so they can pick up the parcels.
Yeah.
It's funny that Remy said that because it sounds exactly like over here because we have certain post offices that are open on Saturdays. So like I work 8 till 5 during the day. Post offices are open 9 till 5. So obviously I can't get it during the week. So most of our post offices, if they're open from 9 till 12 on a Saturday morning. But we have found one that's actually near Beck that's open till 5 p.m. So 9 till 5. So they're open a full Saturday. So that's where we've been shipping all the international stuff out of lately. So
yeah, and I find it really, it's always interesting to me because like for us, I'm just used to like I can do everything from my home, right? I can ship, I can have it delivered to my home, everything else. Like I ship stuff to my one of my employees over in Romania, and like they don't deliver the mail to their home. It's like the letters they will, but any parcels, no. You got to go down. They drop off a notice to you that you have a parcel waiting at the post office, and then you have to go down to the post office to go pick up your parcel.
Depending on how it's sent,
I guess you're not going to have any porch pirates that way, but
we get both though. So because most of it's done by Australia Post couriers, like all the parcel stuff, or like obviously with Rob sending it'll be a UPS courier.
Right.
But they'll go to your house depending on how you've done it. Obviously, if you've done needs signature,
right,
or anything that's sort of like an extra security. If they can't get anybody at the house, they'll then take it back to the depot. Either leave you a
same
card
thing here.
or a text or whatever. Yeah,
and that's no big deal. Yes, this is only a $30 value. Signature required. Extra insurance, $3,000.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna have to open this one up and take a look," said Mr. Customs. Yeah, K-pop. And I just recently got a proper postage scale myself too, because for the longest time I would just the few times I would need one, I just used the food scale. But every once in a while I'd have something that was bigger for my international shipping, and that's really why I had to do it. But Otherwise, I mean, most of the time I do so much stuff. All the domestic stuff I do for the most part is oftentimes flat rate, so I don't mess with it because like sending a Gemini full of comics in the U.S. for first class mail, it's got to be less than £1, and it pretty much always goes over £1. And once you do that, you might as well just stick it inside of a flat rate legal size envelope. It only cost me less than $8 to ship it. So wow, £70. I don't have one that goes up that. I think my shipping scales just goes up to like 30 because anything more
70
than that.
pounds. That's just
Yeah.
a regular scale. You don't just get a regular scale.
Yeah, let's see. You step on a scale at 70, it only goes up to 70 pounds, Remy.
No, I'm saying if you're sending
Oh,
stuff out,
no.
it's gonna be 70 pounds. You just put that on a regular scale.
Well, oh yeah, once it get to that high, you can't. But they don't have usually the same precision. Your regular scale might, even if it's a digital readout, may only go like the half pounds. Not that at that weight, a couple ounces is really going to save you any money. But no. Wait a second. It's not 7.5.
It's not 30.
It's not
30.2.
It's not 60.5 pounds. It's 60.4 pounds. 60. 60 pounds, 7 ounces. They shaved that ounce off.
Last time I went in, the lady corrected me because I put the label in the wrong direction. So I had a Gemini and I put it like top to bottom.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, no, don't do it like that because we have to put it on the scale like long ways. And if you put it that way, somebody may spin it that and then they're going to charge you for the inches that it goes over the scale. And I'm like, it's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. I got so mad about that. I was like, that's so stupid.
Dimensional weight, baby. Yeah, no, I don't.
You can obviously see this fits on the scale, like
right.
this.
No, but dude,
so what?
I've had stuff that I've get like these corrections that'll show up every once in a while, like from UPS. That's why I don't like UPS. I'll get their automatic scan comes through and says like, oh, during our scanning process, we see that your box didn't meet what you said it was, and so here's a upcharge on it. Sometimes I've actually gotten credits back from them, which is interesting. I'm surprised that they did that, but I've also had some where they increased it. But the most recently, I had one where they said the box dimension you said it was doesn't match the box. I'm like, oh, that's impossible. It's not like I didn't like measure the box. I actually read the printed outside diameter dimensions that were printed on the freaking box, and you're telling me I'm off by like 4 inches? It's impossible.
I had a box. I sent, I think it was a Funko out, and it was probably 2 years ago. I sent this thing out, and I just sent it in whatever box like I had received it in, and put the label on it and everything. And I sent it through USPS. And like 2 weeks later, it showed up on my door. And what happened is on the flip side of it, it had the original label, but it was through UPS. So USPS got it. They took it out. Then they gave it to UPS. And then they scanned it to come to me a second time.
And redelivered it on a
postage. And redelivered it to me. And I was like, what? Does this make sense? Why would I send this to myself? Like nobody could figure that out. It was
the machines
dumb.
don't know, but they go, well, why didn't you remove the old label, sir?
Oh yeah, no, in my face, but I mean, it was on the flip side.
It's kind of hard to complain. Yeah. Well, I know that like I saw the last package I sent to Dr. Von Hoot. I saw that it was all taped up with their customs crew. Open it up and to get into
Inspected it.
Yeah. Which was I had tried to not there was nothing in there that was like wrong, so it's no big deal. I declared it 100% accurate. But it was weird because I had finding a box for the stuff I was sending him. I ended up like my wife had bought this little exercise bike that wasn't really an exercise bike. It was just like the pedals and the wheel that you could put like under your chair. So while you're at computer, you could like try to get some exercise. And so I had this box and I was like, okay, I'm going to use this box. But if I try to claim that this is only like $30 worth of comics, it has all this writing on the outside of the box of what used to be in there. Well, they're not going to buy that. So I like carefully cut open the box and turned the box inside out and reassembled the box, on the inside out and stuff. And I was,
Well,
but
yeah. When I sent the box to draft
gonna
the last
focus.
time,
It's not going to focus.
your delivery has arrived in the United States. We'll let you know. Hold on, I should take my glasses off so it's blurry.
Yeah, it's just not focusing.
I'm surprised I read as much of it was.
That's
how you know.
That's a little Nicky.
That's how you know I have bad vision, is when you can read blurry shit like that.
What?
Nick,
What's going on?
how you doing,
guys?
Nick?
Just get back from watching Creed 3.
I just watched Creed 2 the other night. I never saw that. And you guys were talking about 3, and I was like, well, I guess I better catch up.
Received in customs clearance in
Was it
Chicago.
Yeah, it was all right.
Weird.
My wife makes fun because it's always the same thing over and over again. But
I asked Angel about it because I watched that, and she was like, "Yeah, I've never seen any of those movies," and I was like, "You're just not the person that I thought you were." Like,
yeah, it's a male dominated movie. I mean, now women are going to see it because of Michael B. Jordan, but yeah, I mean, always get that emotional charge, when you're like, come on, I hope he pulls through. And you know damn well he's going to pull through.
who's got woodworking going on?
It's always here.
I know that can't be Nick. So,
Kidding me? And what? Lose another finger?
Mickey 9.
I'll pass.
he just avoid the tool section in hardware stores everywhere.
No, not rotary blades.
And as Remy and Rob can attest, the infamous red packing tape will be on Nick's box as well.
What's that about?
Beck's got this roll of like industrial strength red tape
Oh,
that
yeah,
she uses to do the international boxes.
I had it somewhere. I don't have it here.
Yes. Did you hear your name mentioned?
But I appreciate it, Spidey. Thank you very much. And
It may be a little heavy too, because you'll find out.
I'm not complaining.
Sorry for all the packaging.
Yeah, Beck's like sorry for all the packaging. She went a little nuts on packing it up.
You'll be sorry when you find out that there's a crocodile packed inside. And
Yeah, that'll be worried about. I'm psyched about Australian caramello. I even ate one.
Find out in due time. It's in it dropped in Chicago for some strange reason.
That's weird.
Yeah, it's gone from like flight departed Melbourne and arrived in customs in Chicago. Usually it's LA or New York.
Yeah.
But I appreciate it, dude. Thank you so much.
uh-oh.
The other half of Lonely Slabs. Only Slabs.
We've
got
already
the whole team for Lonely Slabs here.
Yeah, I was gonna say we've already got the other half of Lonely Slabs here.
Speaking of which, the one that I wanted to show last week finally got here.
Oh, yeah? What is it? Show it off.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
nice. I love that cover.
Yes.
So do
7.0. That's a decent grade.
I didn't reveal anything, Nick, but I did mention you've gotten a few books lately.
Yeah, it's been nuts lately. And it's an old case too. So I'm hoping I'm going to send this in for a little CPR.
Go for an 8.
Hopefully we'll get a bump.
Nice.
But there was one other one I picked up this week. I'll just say I was inspired by Mr. Rob Fatstacks. I was like, spend some money. But I'll just say that I only have 2 books left on my list. And then anything else is just stuff that I just that I
If you
want.
pull out an annual one, you're dead to me because I need that freaking book before you do. Yeah, you got an annual one, you bastard.
Did you get it from one of the brothers? Two brothers reached out to me on one that he just got back in, but I was like, oh, I'm gonna hold off on that one for right now because Nick, you can check the private chat.
Oh, jeez. I'm just glad that one's not on my list because, yeah, I'd have to sell a California home to get that one. That's
Well,
nice.
Probably one of the at least the cheaper ones in that first set at least.
Well, I got a pretty low grade.
That and yeah, the yellow cover one is the two cheapest books in that first lot.
Well, the first 10, it's 10 and 7, and or 10, 8, and 7 are the definite cheapos.
Well,
first Crow appearance in a 9.8 this morning. Or this morning for me.
Yeah.
What happened?
This morning on today's Only Slabs, there was that book that's got you just got done having slab backwards.
Oh, the Caliber Presents.
Yeah, in a 9.8. Yeah.
Ooh. Whoa!
It was a spicy meatball.
Yeah, that's a good one.
He didn't bring much to the table though. I mean, he brought on like what was it? He brought in like a 9.6 Submariner 5, first Tiger Shark, but he brought in was a Daredevil #1, an ASM #1, an X-Men #1, a Fantastic Four #1,
GSX
GSX 1 and
Avengers 1.
Yeah, Avengers 1.
You only showed like 7 books. I mean, come on, guy. Wow.
Yeah,
that's
yeah. He only got 3 Remys, but that's only because he got like 3 Simons and
well, Simon's
one of
the
this is the best ever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
3 Remys, 3 Simons, 1 of me.
A couple of us hit me, Peter. The new one I added to the list.
I'm just it's different when you start collecting again, during COVID. Like a guy like me who's this is his 4th time collecting. If Only Slabs was around and I was in the community 5 years ago, it would have been a big difference. But
you just have to go get them all again, and then come on.
No.
You want to.
I had and it's actually this time around, I don't feel the need, aside from the stuff that I've been picking up lately, is to pick up bigger keys. So unless it's like a super great deal.
I'm just glad that I've come to grips where everything doesn't have to be high grade. That would have killed me if I had stayed as high grade knob like I was early on. But
yeah, well, I had an X-Men 1 in a 4.5, and that book today to get again. I don't even know what it's 20 or 30 grand for that book.
I don't know if we looked that one up or not today.
I was trying to think. Didn't you look that one up? I thought it was. I think he had a 4 and it was 12 grand or something.
Yeah,
12 might as well be 1.2 million.
Yeah.
But when I bought that book, it was 1,200, and I sold it for double that, and it was signed by Stan.
Right, he was doing stuff like he pulled out his Punisher 1 or his ASM 129. He said, I paid like $70 for this, and like some of the stuff he's had for a while.
Yeah, it's a different animal.
But in saying that, if somebody offered you an X-Men 1 for $1,200 now, you'd take it every day. And then flip it for like 10 times that.
Probably in a 2.0, I'd take that all day. 1.8, 1.5 maybe.
So yeah, 4.5 was 12 grand on an X-Men 1. 20 will get you a 6.0, Nick.
Nope.
No, it will. I'm serious.
No, I don't doubt it.
What are you taking apart slabs over there?
Yeah.
All right. It was good to have Nick on.
He's just continuing to do it. It's no slab cracking with Spidey, but it'll do for the moment.
No, I don't need a hammer for this one. It's an old one. It comes apart easy.
Do you feel satisfied, Mad Spidey? You seen a book like this removed from its sarcophagus?
Yeah, I'm so much happier now. Plastic coffin.
I'm gonna watch like Nick's gonna go to pull the book out and somehow like it catches on the edge and tears the fucking.
No, this.
And then he throws his arms up in a rage and breaks another statue.
The funny thing is that
starts cracking all the slabs.
Night, you cock slamming fools.
That happened to my ASM 40. I had brought it into the LCS to have one of the guys look at it, and a piece of tape caught on the back and it pulled.
Oh.
So the owner offered to buy it from me at fair market, and I was like, I kind of still want the book. So just give me the cost difference from what it was to what it is now. He gave me I think $150. So.
That's tough. I go refill my water. I'll be right back.
I'd be like, just give me that first Phoenix up on the wall there as compensation. That'll do.
Yeah, this is the guy who's got the Tech 27 and the Action 1.
How's the new owner worked out at your LCS?
It's still in flux. The guy with the vet hasn't taken over yet. There's a possibility he may not. So,
really,
yeah.
So he just came by to show off his fancy car.
I don't know. I think we're all.
You I see you got that shirt on there. Did you happen to see where else you could pick up some sweet merch?
Would that be djlinks.shop?
Yeah. Did you?
Cut to it, Rem. Go.
I'm just wondering if we should have a commercial break or not. Rob's gone.
Sure. Let's see if there's anything new and exciting in the djlinks.shop.
Let's check it out.
Hey, buddy, I bought you a new backpack for school.
Wow, it's great.
What's wrong? You don't like it?
Don't you think I'm a little too old for a Lego book bag, though?
Yeah, I guess.
Well, thanks, Mom.
Are you tired of being a lame mom?
Yes.
Wouldn't you rather be a cool mom?
Yes, but how?
Head over to djlinks.shop for all the coolest merch available online. Again, djlinks.shop, #LinkSquad. The greatest merch you'll be able to find ever. Anywhere. Hands down, djlinks.shop. Check it out.
Wow. Hey, buddy.
Hey, Mom.
I got you a new book bag.
Wow, it's a DJ Links book bag from www.djlinks.shop. This is so radical. All my friends will love it. Thanks, Mom.
Check out the new Hawkman shirt in djlinks.shop.
he has Frodo on there still.
Does he?
I can't. 6 pages of merch. I was gonna set it up. That was actually
and still does not have a baseball cap on there.
I was like, we're setting up the merch page, man. I'm getting this done. I got some ideas, and then I was like, look, DJ's got 6 pages of stuff on here.
No, there's a hat there, Spidey.
Oh, so I know he had the bucket hat, but not a.
There's a dad hat there.
Oh no, I don't like the dad hats. It's either got to be a fitted hat or at least the the snapback types.
Yeah,
I can't handle
a snapback and a dad hat.
Oh, I might have to make a new purchase soon then.
He's got slides. He's got phone cases, bucket hats, AirPod cases, notebooks.
AirPod cases.
DJ Link's crown leggings, if that's.
Oh my god.
They have the limited edition Remy Q t-shirt in white, full white.
Full white.
Full white. Look at that, sports bras.
Get all of your back to school or summer vacation needs at djlinks.shop.
This stuff is amazing. Look at these hoodies. There's a throat.
Oh god.
Brooklyn Power Rebel.
Still to this day, I would love to know the reference from that. If anybody ever tells me.
Stick around, you'll find out.
Yeah, I'll tell you later.
There may be a new one coming out. Graduations to all the winners.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Yes.
Oh, so that's the dad hat. Oh, so the snapback's the 50 style. I can't do the 50 styles. I can only do the peak styles. Unless it's you can actually fold it.
You need a notebook?
I might get a bucket hat
For your next Caribbean holiday.
Maybe.
Or where was it? Bloody I can't think of where you went now.
Oh, Mexico. I go to Mexico.
To yeah, but what was the city called? Oh, I've had a total mental blank.
Cancun?
Cancun. That's the one. I couldn't think of the bloody name for a second then.
Where I pool tested Spidey's powdered tumblers.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. That's right. I was going to say Noosa, and I was like, Noosa's not there. Noosa's over here.
Yeah, that's right. You had a decent pool test there. Mm-hmm.
For sure works. So, Spidey, did I tell you I cracked my Magneto statue?
Yes, I did. I did hear that on. Did you say? I think he said it on DJ's thing. It wasn't this week or last week. I think it was. And I heard that, and I'm like, oh my god, not another one.
And there are two left.
Is that the that's the one where he's up with the full cape?
You can see
that.
Damage right there. He's missing an arm.
Oh god.
But what's worse about the Spidey one is like when I broke it, like his fingers broke off.
Yeah, which is.
I'm like, really, Spidey?
That's
really. You
yeah,
couldn't
that's
make it
hard.
more appropriate.
I didn't know you had that big ass Thor statue there. That thing's awesome. Look at that thing.
Is that a sideshow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's made it. Some of his accessories haven't made it, but he's intact. Even though he's dangling dangerously on the precipice there.
Mm.
Did you ever get any of the Thor Bowens?
I had the Destroyer statue.
Ah, yep.
It looks like your Juggernaut's hanging off there too. What's hanging off there?
Juggernaut's good too. That's some.
Oh, okay. Okay, I got you.
Kevin Bigstone art.
Got you. Okay.
I thought
I thought that was the base of one of those. I was like, whoa. Watch out. Hey.
That's the Bowen Juggernaut too.
Yep. But that whole little section right there is Bowen.
Mm.
And I still got the Bowen X-Force Archangel.
Yeah, I love that. I don't think I ever got that.
The Bowen Deadpool. Puck is down there somewhere.
Mm.
Thing is around there. Thing is there. So.
That's one of my favorite statues. Was the Thor when he's actually spinning the hammer.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to do that. I don't know why I did that.
Does he do the hammer like tassels?
No, it's actually no. He's spinning the hammer, but they've actually got like a translucent thing to show like the movement of it as part of the statue.
Yeah, that's the affectionately known as the swinging Dick Thor.
Chris Helmsworth doing the helicopter.
With tassels.
Yeah, sorry about that. I'll sit here and go get some water, and have an old man stand up. Oh crap, I gotta pee. Then go get some water, and then it's like, oh, but then dog need to be fed. Then there was Tim Tams, so it's like always.
Beck actually pulled out Tim Tams before, and she's like, "Do I need to show it on screen to tempt anybody?"
No. Yeah, I got it. I'm covered. Thanks.
Now, if I'm not a coffee drinker, which I'm not, will I enjoy them as much?
Yes.
Okay.
You enjoy them. I enjoy them more without doing the Tim Tam slam. I'm not much of a Tim Tam slam guy, but just eat them normally.
My favorite cookie, biscuit.
No, I will.
Well done.
I will not call it the Tim Tam Slam if you forgive me.
That's one of the T-shirts I'm working on right now.
I got these originals are great, and everything, but I tell you, I actually I think the caramel ones are my favorite. It's just a little bit of caramel that they put in there. It's damn fine.
Well, possibly Nick might be able to give the opinion when his box arrives.
It may very well be the best thing that Australia has ever created.
Better than Spidey himself?
Yeah, way better than me. Hands down.
There's also Elle Macpherson came from Australia, didn't she?
Yes, she's Australian.
Yeah, earlier we talked about a few Australian things.
And we can't forget
the barbecue.
Yahoo Serious.
Yeah, he was mentioned. And
Crocodile Dundee.
That's
And the
not-
guy who created Saw.
Yeah. Quigley Down Under.
Russell Crowe.
Y'all mentioned Crocodile Dundee, right?
Yeah. Mel Gibson.
It also depends on your point of view too, because a lot of our so-called Australians are actually born overseas. We're just raised here.
Ben Simmons.
I don't know whether I want to claim him, but
Oh, you guys got all the Hemsworths.
All the Hemsworths.
yeah, Hemsworth is different story. They were born and raised here. Hugh Jackman, born and raised here. Mel Gibson was born in the States and then came over here, and then right up until I think his early 20s, and then moved back over there. I think.
Wasn't
Russell Crowe was born in New Zealand.
Kyrie was born
in Australia.
No,
Hey.
What's her name? It plays Harley Quinn.
Margot
Robbie, born and raised.
Yes.
Nicole Kidman.
No, she's scary to look at nowadays.
Yeah.
She's not. Did you ever watch? You ever try to watch that Ricky and Lucy movie on Amazon?
Yeah, I started it, but did I realize you can't watch it with kids in the room?
Scary.
And you watch Eyes Wide Shut and realize, man, Tom Cruise did his own stunts? No, not there.
Yeah, what did Stanley really ask of them,
Heath Ledger, Kate Blanchett, Rose Byrne. Naomi Watts. Errol Flynn is from Australia.
Tasmania. The little island that sort of just hangs there and nobody comes from there.
Just a bunch of little devils.
Yeah, that is correct. What's her name?
Eric
Tony
Banner?
Collette.
Eric Banner.
Eric Banner.
Sam Worthington, if you want to get avatared.
Well, Mark always wants to get avataric.
Yeah, I just got a big set of stuff in the mail today.
Hugo Weaving. Anthony LaPaglia. I thought he was a New Yorker. Oh, Ben Mendelsohn.
Yeah.
Rose Byrne.
Hmm.
Yeah, about a few.
Spider, you're not on this list.
Of course not.
That's
I'm,
all
infamous.
right.
I'm infamous, not famous.
I know who Mad Spidey is. I don't know who half the people you just named were.
I'm,
You lost me at Nicole Kidman. After that, I was just like, I don't know who these people are.
I'm looking at the very bottom of the list. And
Like
Spider.
you were naming off people, and Simon's like, yeah. And I'm like, who the hell?
It sounds like what we need, Remy, is a game of Guess Those Tootsies, the Australian edition.
Ooh.
It's already had Margot Robbie, haven't you?
And to do it proper, you have to show all the pictures of the feet upside down.
Ooh, that's right, because they go in the opposite direction.
And saying we were talking about obscure Australian movies with Frog Dreaming earlier, if you ever want to see a really corny, stupid first movie appearance by Nicole Kidman, watch BMX Bandits.
Oh, I've seen that movie.
Full red curly hair everywhere. That is
everywhere?
Everywhere.
The guy who
that's
plays
what I call Down Under.
The guy who plays Nightwing on Titans is from Australia too.
Yeah.
What are you cracking up about?
Or for the music fans, Kylie Minogue. Some people
like
to talk about her.
Yeah, man.
Who is that?
Hugh
Kylie
Jackman,
Minogue?
of course.
I haven't heard of her. Who was that?
She's a singer.
She was still pretty popular too, isn't she?
Especially in the UK. Like the UK, she's huge over there. She always has been.
She was in
Neighbours.
She was in the second season of
Doctor Who.
Gallivant. She played there's a whole song and dance number, and she's.
I was going to say she was in the one of the Christmas Doctor Who Christmas movies, the David Tennant ones.
Oh yeah, she was on the Titanic.
Yeah. Is she in San Andreas? Yeah. You know I don't like disaster movies.
What? 80 million records sold worldwide.
Oh, that's a very young photo. That'd be Neighbours days. Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom. Out go the lights.
Kyle's there too.
Oh yeah, WWE's Rhea Ripley. Yeah, no. Well, and for that matter, her boyfriend, Buddy Matthews.
What a little boy, man.
Ren, was that the first time you aired that commercial? I don't remember ever having seen it.
No, we started the show with him.
Remy's Place exclusive. Or premiere, whichever way you want to call it.
It's been a while since you played it. Maybe we'll air it again.
I'll post it.
He did while you were off.
Oh, did he?
I'm not here. I was like, that's a nice shirt you got on, Nick. Where'd you get that from?
That's part of his Taylor Winder collection.
Yeah.
Exclusively available at taylorwinder.com. There with other great shirts such as Don't Be a Dick and Fully Microchipped.
Thankfully, that Ant-Man movie bombed so that Taylor can still keep credit for that because he earned the credit for that.
As well as his Things I Made in My Underwear.
That's right.
Tabletop book.
I always publish books about the things I make in my underwear.
I just show my underwear at least once a month.
That's true. You do.
Like your phallic octopuses.
Yeah.
And a tie underwear.
Oh, you're tempting me, Rob.
I'm putting them away.
Yeah, I know you can't overindulge.
Well, you can, but you shouldn't.
Yeah. Yes. Good distinction.
Hold on.
Reverse Cloud Girl. I saw that one.
This was Reverse Cloud Girl.
Oh, very good.
Very suggestive clouds.
Not really. It's pretty straightforward there, Spidey.
There's 3 of them there. It's a little more than Reverse Cloud Girl, too.
Yeah, no. A little lumberjacking.
Those are awesome.
I still got my pants on.
Yeah, I'm wearing pants, ironically. So.
You wear your pants ironically?
I mean, typically I don't have pants on, but
I'm wearing shorts, but I'm not going to lift up my legs because Remy might capture my feet.
You mean
I already have pictures of your feet, sir.
Whose feet are those? Oh, that's my floor. That's my feet.
Yes, yeah, save them again for the Australian edition.
I'm never going on Whack Live again. I've had my fill of being on that show a few times.
John tries to wear his pants intentionally. Probably especially around young children.
No.
It's the best time to wear pants.
Nope. I'm more of a boxer guy. Get home, the pants come off immediately.
The kids hate that, by the way.
I see that type of stuff on TV like that. I never really met anybody who did that. I was like, really, who does that? Really just takes their pants off and walks around in their underpants at home. I didn't think that.
It's like if we need to grab something from the car, you better get one of the kids to do it because my pants aren't going back on.
Is it because they're that uncomfortable to wear, or is it because you're trying to keep them clean? I don't. What's the purpose? I'm curious.
I guess it's a comfort thing. Yeah, I just would rather have no pants.
I mean, I get it. I'll go out to the car in my boxes and nothing else. I don't care.
Well,
you go out there, nothing. The neighbors don't care either. I go out. I get it because I'll come home, but I'll change into shorts. But I don't know. Fair enough.
No.
Well, when you're holding up back the beast that Remy has, you want to try to let it free as soon as possible.
You know what? It's not a heat thing either because I'm not hairy. Like I don't have any hair on my legs or anything. Like I have no hair on my arms. It's not like
where's your hair?
On that chin strap he's got.
This thing right here, yeah, that's about it. No chest hair, nothing. It's all dolphin.
Smooth like a baby.
Yeah. I get in the water, I just fucking glide through the water. It's amazing.
Remy's Place 233. Clip that.
Just glide through the water.
Is it a green dolphin? Haven't seen that book for a while either.
It's there though. In arm's reach, I'm sure.
No, you know what? I sent it to Panda.
Really?
Yeah. I think he got a mystery box from me. He had one, but I had the gold edition. So I sent him the upgrade. Oh my god.
Go for the road, baby!
Woo! The day that will live in infamy.
You can't go on a play date at Remy's house. No, I'll wear pants if guests are coming over. I'll put on pants for that. Or shorts. I might put on some shorts.
There you go. How about a kilt?
No, I don't have any kilts.
Yet.
But I guess I would wear one if I had one. I wouldn't buy one intentionally.
But would you go traditional kilt wear or
No.
modern kilt wear?
We get moderns if you go like damn near Kiltum or something and get some of the modern stuff.
Rectum, damn near killed him.
Yeah, that's a brand. Actually, I was looking heavily at them last summer.
I was thinking more like, yeah, obviously traditional kilt wear is commando underneath.
No, I thought you were talking about like traditional being.
Oh no, like the tartan versus
Yeah.
this new. No, I meant like commando or non-commando.
No, you don't want like shorts or anything hanging out of the bottom of that thing. I'll go commando. Yeah, I have no shame. I'm not worried about that.
Once you go kilt, you never go back.
Oof, Strange Tales. Oh, what number is that?
You shopping?
No, I'm browsing the only slabs from today.
He's on back page.
Yeah, it was a good episode.
Yeah, I need to catch it. I still haven't caught it yet.
Dude's gonna. Actually, I was talking to him after the show a little bit. He's been messaging me back and forth because he's just up the road from me, really. So it's like he's like, oh yeah, no, dude, I want to meet up. He's coming to Shortbox live, so he's like, oh, we're there, dude. Let's hook up. I'll buy you a beer. I'm all right.
Nice.
Until he learns I don't drink beer, and he can buy me a whiskey. But
You're so civilized.
I know.
And top shelf too. None of this bottom crap.
Do you see my mustache?
Oh yeah, you haven't played that in a long time.
Sorry, son. John's comment.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
You can't go to a date at Remy's house. It's just too complicated to explain.
Mm-hmm.
Remind me to always
Pantsless,
stay on
there's
the
cocks in the backyard.
Yep. Yep, it's a wild place.
So, Mark, I added 6 books to my want list. 6 DC books to my want list.
Okay.
Because I'm trying to
diversify.
No, not really. I'm trying to get the floppies from this book. They're not big either. I mean, it's only Batman.
What is that?
This is the Treasury Edition from 70.
Well, I see it's the Treasure Edition. I mean, what issues is it? What story is it telling?
Okay, well, it's got 6 different ones. I'll tell you now. The ones I put on my list, not big ones at all. Batman number 4.
That's a big one.
Batman 14.
Still big.
Batman 24.
You're not getting any better with this.
Batman 221. It's a little bit easier there.
Oh, there you go. Starting to cool off.
And Detective Comics 355 and 404.
Yo, that's some random ass shit they put in that book.
Some crazy stories, and not the whole, because the first couple of Batman issues, like a few different stories inside. So they picked one from each of those issues.
You see, Mark, what they did is they just had 1 through 1,000 on the wall.
Exactly.
They're blindfolded. They took darts and they just threw them, and wherever it landed, they were like, "That's what we're going to put in there."
Now, what made you want to go chase down the floppies for those?
I don't know.
Just for funsies?
I don't know. I thought it might.
Have you just price checked that endeavor yet, Nick?
Yeah, I was gonna say Batman number 4 could not be a cheap book.
No, fuck no. Batman number 14 is not going to be cheap. 20 something's not going to be. Fuck no.
Half of those books are not cheap.
No. Better start selling those broken ass statues now.
Broken ass statues.
We'll see. I think the one that I really want is give me that Tech 221.
Why is that the one out of all of them?
355. I don't know, because it's Carmen Infantino.
You said Batman 4?
4, 14, and 24.
Like 1941 Batman 4? Yeah. So FMV on the 2.0, because that's all it's listed on here, is $3,200.
Yeah, you'll buy 5 of them.
Now, if you want to go big time, you can get a 6.0 for $12,000.
Yeah, you can get that Detective Comics probably for like $10-$20.
Yeah. Just because the Infantino Batman I really, really like. So.
Yeah, but you have the executioner there like bitch tits.
Oh, wow.
He did that guy dirty.
You know what?
No, that's his rib cage.
So
you got some fucked up rib cages in Texas.
It looks like man boobs.
For sure.
Yeah.
eBay has a restored 8.0 for $5,300.
There you go, Nick. Buy
That's
it now.
Bad. That's not bad.
No. So I figure, with me,
I mean, 8.0 Blue Labels FMV's $28,000. You're getting a deal on this. $5,000? I'll go in on this with you, baby. Let's do this. Right? Hold on. Let me see what's wrong with it. What do they say here?
As always, I like your excitement, man.
Color touch, pieces added, tear seals, and reinforced.
Yeah.
It's just conservation stuff mostly.
It looks phenomenal.
You can do it.
There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with those older books on getting those purple labels, in my opinion.
Well, I mean,
not at all.
$5,000 versus 28. I'll take it.
No, it wasn't that long ago that like conserved books were held at a higher regard than non-conserved books.
Yeah.
Like, because it's not just anybody can do that. It's a legitimate service and like art form that you have to be good at and trained at. It's a skill set to be able to conserve it. But it changed over like the last 10 years that conserved became cheaper out of nowhere.
Right, that's a magazine slab too, isn't it?
Unfortunately.
Well, that's pretty cool.
That's super cool cover.
That'll be a nice addition to your collection, man. I can't wait till you pick that up.
That'll be my only piece of my collection.
Nick is also. This has all just been a bit
live right now, sir.
He's announcing his next round of mystery boxes right here, right now.
Listen, share your screen. I
$1,000 each.
Come on.
All of this gone. Crow wall gone.
Only thing he has left is that Batman book and a Jason Todd book.
All right. Oh yeah, Jason Todd's not going anywhere.
Yeah, he's going to cost you to say that.
I will buy your Spider-Man 9.5 from you. Okay, because that's to me, that's close to my heart. So I'm just saying, I'll buy that one off you, and
that statue.
Yeah, the 9.5.
Is that the video game one, Nick?
Yeah, that's a video game one.
Yeah, I remember when you broke that. That was kind of funny. I mean, not for you, bro.
Sorry, I remember.
He did it out of spite.
I remember it too.
Every statue that comes in that has a finger pointed out is like, fuck you.
Yeah, we probably don't know it, but all of them are probably missing half of one of their fingers.
He like collects the fingers in a bag, and every now and then he'll glue it on the tip of his hand. He's got a little finger.
Oh my god. Let's see the other hand that's still attached.
The other one's got it's holding the hammer.
I've seen you hold a hammer with 4.5 fingers. He can too. Please don't pick that statue up, Nick.
That's about the
guy
only.
was coming on live streams for like a year. Nobody even knew. Nobody had any clue. Now it's his whole identity.
Zero luck lately.
Yo, missing the head. That's okay. That look. Was that a pop, Nick?
No, so there's what are they? Unruly statues or something? Studios? Something like that.
It's just not my lot in life to have a whole bunch of full hands, I guess. Poker, you know.
Can't get 2 handfuls. What?
Man, I got to get that shirt going now.
And Daredevil one cover too.
I'm thinking about 5 cards, and then one of them's like lower than the other, and then it's gonna say, "This hand's not looking good," and on the back it'll say Nikki 9.5. It's gonna be, man.
That's not a
gonna
full
be a
house.
one-off.
Hey, did he get into the art behind him in the walls?
He showed little. At one point, he showed a little bit of a couple things of the statues, but he didn't really like go into them. It was more just like a.
I tried to leave a couple of comments to try and maybe get a dig into it, see if he could say something, but no. He did say he had 3 Jim Lee original pages.
Oof.
But he did say he did make a point of saying like common pages, like nothing super expensive or anything like that. Because you can pick up Jim Lee pages off, like a non-key book, a non-mainstream book for $500 or something like that.
No hero page.
That's still cool though.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we did notice at one point he was panning down the room and noticed that there's a Hulk 180 down there at that one end of the room, and
first Deadpool above him, and
golly,
he had some good books.
Yeah, that's why my main comment was like, claim that, claim that, claim that.
I had that 122 in a 9.8. I don't think I've ever owned a 129 though.
I just have facts.
Not a book on your radar.
Just one that I never came across.
Yeah, for me, I just have the Lionsgate and I have facsimiles, but that's it.
You're going for 1 to 100, not necessarily.
Yeah, but I mean, it's one of those books like if you came across something, sure, but it's not really like a. I'm not a Punisher guy, so it's not like high on my.
Whereas I owned that book before I became a Punisher guy. I became a Punisher guy later so probably about 5 or 10 years after I picked up that book.
Oh, Silver Surfer 4. Oh my god.
Yeah. And that was like, what was that, like an 8.0 or something?
8.0.
Yeah. That's a big dollar book. Just for a cover. You got a copy of that, don't you, Remy?
I do,
you ended
yeah.
up getting. Yeah, you got one, didn't you?
Yeah, Tyler sent me one. I stopped collecting for a little bit after that.
Good call.
Yeah, maybe one day.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty sick.
Yeah, you get backstage. He starts off. I saw some of the people you had on before. I was so nervous about this. All right. Actually, he was messaging me even before the show. He's like, "Dude, I don't have a microphone. All I have is what's built into my computer." So I go, "Do you have a headset?" He's like, "Oh, yeah. Let me try that."
They sound like a really nice guy, actually.
Yeah, no, he is. But, well.
You got Jerry on next week, and
who's on next week?
Jerry Jitterbug.
Yep.
Oh, awesome! It should be some really cool books.
Golden Age. I think he just his 2,000 sub giveaway. I think you just mentioned.
That's awesome. Well, I think we're hit.
Dead air time.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, if y'all are ready, we can call it.
I mean, as exciting as it is to look at us all looking away at other things.
I was looking at y'all. If it's any consolation.
Yeah,
You're embarrassing me in company.
Just trying to get something here that
Trying to set up, I guess, that Tootsie's.
Well, I'm with
No,
I'm about to make like a baby and head out.
Yeah, we can.
What, did that not make sense?
Who brought him?
We can kill it off. It's almost midnight.
It made perfect sense.
Thanks, Nick.
Well, if everything is healthy and the way you want it to go, that's the way it should be. But
That's the way I'm aiming.
Well, does anybody want to talk about anything?
We got videos. You can watch them on our channels.
Mark's got a giveaway coming up
Wednesday night.
No, it means I'll be at work again.
Yeah, I planned it specifically for Aussies to be at work.
I know. How rude.
Yeah. That's
I meant
also
to normally anyway.
That's also why there's numerous ways to enter that don't require you being there. Because I don't give a shit I don't give a shit what your clock says, but I still think about you because I love you.
So I'm entered twice.
Yeah.
There you go.
Nick, you got anything coming up?
No, sir.
But if you win a slab, I'm not sending it to you, you disrespectful bastard.
Nick just ripped one open.
No, I'm legit not mailing you a slab. If you win, I'm cracking it and saving on shipping. I'll send you the book, but I'm not sending the slab. Unless it's CBCS, then I'm like, fuck it, I can't get into that.
Yeah, you need a blowtorch and a prayer to get that.
Yeah, I'd rather just pay the shipping than cut my hand open.
All right, deal.
It's a booby trap.
It's a trap.
Boobies, you
But
say?
I'm gonna pull more from the comments and stuff than just do all the live chats because of stuff like that. I got a lot of subscribers and channel members that are not here in America.
Oh,
Thank
sure.
you.
When
Thank you for thinking of the
I
community.
think of people outside on my giveaway,
I
get
am not
nothing but
changing
grief
my time
from-
frame,
from
Rob.
Mark.
I'm not changing my time frame. I'm not going to run a show based off the work day of Australia. That doesn't make any fucking sense. I love you, Rob, but you're crazy. 97% of the audience of 2,000 plus people are United States.
I think mine's like 99.
Right? I was trying to be like gracious. With
Mine's
it.
99, and it says 100% male. No females. No females.
I've got a handful of female members. I know
I
there's
don't even
more.
have 1%. It's ridiculous.
Actually, my female
100%
membership
men.
has actually started to rise a bit more because mine was predominantly male as well.
Because you look like a lumber snack. They want to get a hold of that log.
Oh, shit. Got all that wood.
Get that wood, son.
Get that wood, boy.
What the fuck is my camera shit?
Get it. And just think, we were about to end the show. Wow, that's all it took to get it rolling again.
You fuck me now.
I'm not. You so bad. I'm not.
He wants you to fuck them.
That's what I heard, Rob.
That came out the wrong way.
Quote unquote, you can fuck me now. I'm like, no,
Right, exactly. Wow.
Thank God for the distance between us.
You have
That's all it takes.
pretense.
Now we know how he really
End the
feels.
show, Remy.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
I'll find something here. Let me play this out.
Yo, my top geographics. I'm actually 71.7% United States. That's how many people in other places watch the channel.
Mm-hmm.
But Rob did make me more aware to actually look at that one time. I'm like, dude, there's a lot more people than I assume that aren't United States watching the channel. But I still can't adjust the time. I do have my life is based off this time zone. And Rob's specifically.
Because Rob,
legit, we spend a lot of time on YouTube together.
And Rob spends time, and Rob doesn't pay attention to his own time zone. He's just always in other people's, except for my shows where I make fun of, including my time zone.
Yeah, Rob puts both.
Yeah, but you already explained that to us, Rob, because you said being on the West Coast, you always have to think about East Coast time,
all of
business wise, and
all of our
over
businesses
here we don't think about anything.
Everybody here on the West Coast, pretty much, a lot of people, unless you're an engineer, if you're any kind of customer faces up, they start at 7 o'clock in the morning here, because that, if you're doing anything online or whatever, that's already 10 o'clock on the East Coast. If we wait till 9 a.m. our time to start, it's noon. You guys are broken for lunch. Your day's half over.
We complain about that shit. We're like, dude, it's 8 o'clock, man. Come on.
Right.
Do you know where my second biggest demographic is? India.
Really?
After United States, yeah. But yeah, if you've been on my channel, you see that I do have channel members in India. Huh?
You're just playing on loop in the call centers?
No. Well, I've got I've had to mail like new members welcome packets to people in India and stuff like that. And I'm like, dude, I'm going to send you something, but I'm not just sending you this. Like, and I send them like a copy of We Live and some. If I'm going to send something that far, might as well like send some other stuff, you know. And that was around the time in between the 2 volumes of We Live and stuff like that. Yeah, but there's a lot more. The third biggest one is Russia, then Mexico, then Brazil, then the United Kingdom comes down. You wonder what our very last demographic is? The very smallest one. Guess where it is?
Georgia.
Australia. Not even bullshitting. The smallest demographic.
Well, that's because it's just Simon and Simon.
Yeah, it's just one Simon. That's Simon.
Yeah, I've got India and I've got Philippines, Russia.
Where do
but
you
it's pretty
see
much
the,
pretty much it's all US, Australia, and then New Zealand, and then everywhere else.
So I'm at 71% male audience, 28% female audience, and 0.2% unspecified.
Does it?
Some people just don't choose either or. Those are the 3 options.
Let me see. For your,
you guys have a second demographic. You do too, brother. I promise. I've never seen these screens on here before.
Yeah, I'm. So as far as the countries, it's pretty much all United States. I've got 1% Canada, 1% New Zealand, and then just miscellaneous.
Yo, have y'all seen the age range of people that watch your stuff?
Yep.
Is yours reflective of your own age, or a little bit younger or older?
One's younger.
Slightly younger. I got a lot of millennials.
Yeah, my biggest one at 29.5% is from 25 to 34. The next one is 18 to 24 by less than 0.2%. Then right after that, 35. So basically 18 to 44 is the primary.
Yeah, mine's exactly the same. 35.7 for 25 to 34.
Actually.
And then
So mine is nothing under 35. 0. If anybody's under 35, they're not watching me.
Wow.
40% is 35 to 44. 39% is 45 to 54. And then 19 is 55 to 64. Your boys bringing in.
You got anybody 65 plus? I've got 1.8%.
I got nobody from 55 plus.
No, 55 plus is 1.7%. I got 0.5% on 65 plus, but so 21% is 35 to 44, 28% 25 to 34, and 32% 18 to 24.
Oh,
so
wow.
I guess Gen Z.
You've got a younger audience.
Yeah, 83% is male, 16% female.
I wonder if that like leans toward like older people don't care as much for slabs as younger people do, and you've got like your as Chris would say, your flagship show is a slab show.
75% of my watch hours come from subscribers.
I was looking at that and I'm like, that's not a good thing to have. I got 65% for subscribed and 35%
Where do you see that?
for not
What's that
subscribed.
on there?
It's in the same page full of an audience.
But what audience?
Watch
Okay.
time for subscribers. Yeah, it's further down.
I don't see audience.
And then let's see, top geographics. Okay, yeah. Oh, so yeah, 80% US, 2.2% India. But how come that doesn't? These numbers don't add up. How could I have? Oh, because it's.
What percentage Romania for you?
There we go. Hold on. Watch out. Let me sort it by percentage. It's not sorted by percentage. That's why. Okay, so United States is 80% of the views, but only 62% of the watch hours.
Oh, hold on. I just looked at. Are you guys doing over a lifetime?
No, I'm looking at the last 28 days.
Okay, because I was looking over 28 days. If what I had before was exactly it. Then, if I was gonna say it changes if I go further back.
It's really weird because
vast majority of my
doesn't
watch
add
hours
up.
come from the last. Not
There's something
subscribed.
wrong with their math.
Yeah, viewer gender 100% male.
So
Really?
Yeah, 100% male.
Angel doesn't watch your shit.
No, women don't watch it. It's just old men. Old dudes are all into me big time.
Because the chin hair and the lack of body hair.
Oh, yeah.
It's
And
all
all the naked covers.
art magazines that he shows.
All my art magazines and
So this is really weird. Listen to this.
power tools.
So there's 80% says for viewers are in the U.S. right, or of the views, but the rest of the stuff doesn't add up to maybe 4%. So where the hell are the other like 13%? It doesn't.
Dude, I have a laundry list of geographic ones.
So do I. But it's like it goes from the United States at 80 to India at 2.2. Wait, here, let me show you this. This is
All right. And that break, I'm going to bed. Night, guys.
I love you, Nick.
Love you guys. Love you too, chat. Later.
Let me make this bigger. Hold on.
I see what you're talking about on mine as well, Rob.
Like that math don't add up. 80, 82, 83, and then the rest of this is
0 %.
Yeah, and it doesn't go very far. I mean, these. So I don't know what they're.
Keep in mind, a lot of those 0.0%, there's still numbers of views next to mine. Like there's a lot of these countries that are coming in with 0.0%, but there's these views are adding up like hundreds of views.
So Canada, it's like okay, you're 1.1% of the views, but 5.7% of the watch hours, and then like I don't even understand the watch hours. Look at this, you got 60.
Well, views don't equal watch hours. That's like the difference with someone standing on a video and not. Like you can have one person watch.
But I would say of your watch hours, again, that's even worse math. But there's 62 plus 5 is 7, and then a bunch of zeros. How could I hit? Who's watching the other 20, 40% of my?
Probably your Romanian crew. You got some slick Rob shit going on where it doesn't track. Where's your traffic source hit from? Taking shorts out of the consideration.
Yeah, there's my age.
Most of mine comes from browser features, which I'm not even quite sure what the fuck that means.
Yeah, mine's browser features.
Traffic source.
52% browser features.
Yeah, what is a browser feature, Rob?
Notifications 17%.
Oops.
I think browser feature is like if you're searching for hashtags, certain words, keywords.
Oh, you're searching.
Stuff like that.
Thank you, Spidey. Well, underneath browser feature, it says YouTube search. So that's a thing as well.
Yeah, it'd be Google search, YouTube search.
It says traffic from the homepage, home screen, the subscription feed, and other browsing features. Okay. Oh, so even people who just land on your homepage and then click something that's on your homepage, or basically anything that's showing up within your browser window.
Yeah, so if somebody searches for hashtag henchman through Google, then it will be done through a browser feature.
My playlists are pretty high. People watching my playlist.
Somebody putting you on loop.
That's an awful lot, even for that.
Yeah, his wife. Rob's got a whole computer just running his shit.
No.
He laughed because it's true.
Not in the last 28 days.
He's got it on a VPN running from some foreign country. Probably. What was your second highest one?
Romania.
It's running from Canada or Romania.
Oh,
a lot of views from over there.
Chris's basement.
Mike Kripke's basement.
Chris's basement.
No, that made me think of Terminator 3. Mike Kripke's basement.
Well, listen,
cities.
In all seriousness, because this is kind of eye-opening, I appreciate all of the U.S. men from 35 to 64 that have been watching and supporting our channel. And I apologize to the women out there and anybody under the age of 35 that has passed us by. So I'll try to do better. Okay. No cap.
Hell yeah. Really playing to your audience now.
No cap, bro. Here, go ahead, Mark. I'm with you, bro.
Hey, that's the secret. I do this because it's comfortable. I don't have to do my hair when I do that.
Yeah.
See, what I think it is, on mine, when I look at it and I have so many, that high number of women, 16%, it looks like based on
they want to ride.
Well, looking at the average view duration compared to the males, it's shorts. There's a lot of it's coming from shorts that are coming up because their average view duration is 12 seconds.
Yeah, I'm crushing it on this.
I have one short that I've released.
Mine's opposite. Like all my pre-recorded stuff and live stuff is predominantly the States, but my shorts, it's like 90% of it is Australia.
They probably don't even push that shit over here. Not
Probably
saying that
not.
in a negative way. I'm saying like the way the algorithm's set up, it's probably mad different. My shorts they catch a lot of traction. I've gotten channel members from doing shorts that have been popping up in my lives and stuff, especially the DC Day one on Tuesdays. A lot of traction. I'm at like 2,200, about to hit 2,240 already, and haven't even done the giveaway yet.
Actually, my latest short ended up going quite well. Like I've gone from like averaging 150 to 200 views. I did one that only got 20 views. It's 3 days old, and then the last one I did is only a day old, and it's got 437 views.
Mm-hmm. So and dude, I think I mentioned it before how I'm seeing where, because I've done them for like a handful of weeks now consistently, and I'm seeing where ones I did weeks ago are getting a whole second push. Like because from what my experience is, when you put the short out, give it a few hours and you've seen everything it's going to do. They have like this front end load to them, but it looks like they have like this. After a while, they put them back out into the algorithm, and I'll start getting comments and shit on them again. And look, I'm like, when I put this out, it got a few hundred views, but now it's like hitting 1,000 weeks later.
Well, maybe
so I think it has to do
if you had a good short, they may be clicking on that to then see what your other shorts are.
Yeah, but I'm saying it gets a run. Like the way these shorts work, when you upload them, they run like views. Like if you just refresh, you'll see it jump 5, 10, 20 views every time you refresh. Like if you're just refreshing back to back. But I think another big thing is if you look at like TikTok or Instagram where you have the same format stuff, I'm sure there's so much more content on those that have been doing it for longer, where YouTube's more new to the shorts and people coming in, watching shorts and participating in them. So they probably don't have as much content either. I would assume that if more and more people start doing and uploading shorts, they're not going to do as well for everybody. You know what I mean? Everybody's will go down kind of thing.
Everybody's going to go down? What?
We're talking about that lumberjack again.
Yeah, that lumber snack.
All right. Let me we pushed this out another half hour, so I'm going to play us out to something here.
I blame Mad Spidey.
It is Mad Spidey's fault.
I do prefer the more sort of, I suppose you could call it intimate sort of setting where
That's
Oh,
not
yeah.
what I'm playing us out to, but
It was appropriate.
thank you everybody in the chat. Thanks guys for jumping on the panel though. Seriously, I appreciate you. Let's do this.
Closing time. Time to roll to Chili's and chow down with my fucking boy.
Hey, buddy, I bought you a new backpack for school.
Wow, it's great.
What's wrong? You don't like it?
Don't you think I'm a little too old for a Lego book bag, though?
Yeah, I guess.
Well, thanks, Mom.
Are you tired of being a lame mom?
Yes.
Wouldn't you rather be a cool mom?
Yes, but how?
Head over to djlinks.shop for all the coolest merch available online. Again, djlinks.shop, #Link Squad. The greatest merch you'll be able to find ever. Anywhere. Hands down, djlinks.shop. Check it out.
Wow. Hey, buddy.
Hey, Mom.
I got you a new book bag.
Wow! It's a DJ Links book bag from www.djlinks.shop. This is so radical. All my friends will love it. Thanks, Mom.